Okay. Hello. Can you hear me? I bet you folks can. But you can't see me. Now can you see me? There you can. Hi guys. I hope you're doing well today. You can hear me now. I'm drinking lemonade. It's delicious. Hello to everybody. Please tell me what you've had for dinner tonight. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. Um, I had a sandwich. A cheese sandwich. Yes, I did. I really like cheese sandwiches. They sound a little sadder than they are, but it's delicious. So Sheena had taters. Melanie's here. I know Melanie's going through her closet tonight. She may not be as there. Mayor, yes, you're correct. That is a large amount of cleavage on the screen. Courtney's here. KT is here. I saw Billy Elliot earlier. I know we're just hitting the wrong time for Billy. That's okay. We'll get there one day. You do butter sandwiches all the time, Courtney? Yeah. So on my cheese sandwich is probably the reason I'm fat, but mayonnaise and chips. And I am not burnt. I I maybe I don't know how to blend makeup. I think that's more it. Also, I'm very shiny today for some reason with the lighting, and I'm not quite sure why. Uh, it's probably just bright still. Um, but yeah, no, I'm not sunburnt. Really was out. That's a lie. I did 5,000 steps so far today, but I think it's the light. Oh no, Harmony, don't worry about it. I think it too. I sit here every day and I'm like, do I appear this? Like I have a mirror right here. Mirror. And I just look and I'm like, am I that shiny in real life? Or I don't know. I wish I was a beauty tuber and knew how to do all that, but I don't. Ah, Grammy Rita, welcome. And don't ever be sorry, Harmony. Sometimes I don't know, and I am sunburned. It's an artificial sun. Yeah, probably. Maybe I went a little too much on the bronzer, but it doesn't usually make me shiny. I have one for that. It's called Shimmer. Oh, Very Cherry says she loves chili. Moonfox Studios, you're having chili and rice. I love that. So, okay, my cheese sandwich has mayonnaise. This time it had brie cheese, and then oh, I'm like, what is on my hand that's black? Ah, makeup. And then I do have shine in weird spots. It's like, why is this part of my boob so shiny? I can see it. I'm looking. Oh, there. That's a bit better. Anyways, guys, please clock in for your shift by hitting that like button. Very much appreciate that. Super helpful. We are now, my wrist too, and I know, but I definitely don't have any makeup on here. This is why it's a lighting issue. Did I change the lighting? No. Did I? No. Anyways, guys, countdown to Florida. We are in September now. That is awesome. Let's check the weather. Maybe it's hot. Maybe the temperature is rising and I'm feeling. Spoiler alert, I'm not. So I'm just going to let you guys know now. I don't know the conversion anymore, but I am becoming much more American because I feel like my phone is in perpetually now in Fahrenheit. I change it back to do these lessons. And now I'm getting to know, I'm like, oh, 69 degrees, that's not that hot. Whereas before I would have been like, 69. Something stupid like that. Anyways, yeah, T-Rex, wake me up when September ends. Green Day, we stand Green Day, right? Amazing. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the new channel, please go ahead and do that. I posted this on the old channel. Don't know why I haven't thought about doing that before, but I did. So we'll see if any new people come and are like, I literally was like, you may have been wondering where I've been lately. On my other channel. Come on over. So, um, also maybe nobody will come from there. And that's fine too. We do have some court today. It's fucked up because I didn't prepare any. It was 98 degrees, Grammy Rita. Holy shit. Oh, see, I didn't even do the part of the lesson. I know they changed Beverly, and I can sit here and change it. What I'm saying though is that on my phone, I've put it into Fahrenheit on purpose just to try and get in the mindset a little bit. And like, is it better further? Closer. So I have to switch it though. Temperature units, Celsius, 21. See, 21 means something to me like innately. My body, like when somebody, I don't know, is this how you guys think of temperature? When somebody tells you the temperature, does your body like calculate it? I don't know how to describe that, but for me, 21 means something like viscerally in my body. I'm like, oh, 21. But 69 doesn't. I mean, 69 does mean something very much to my body, but not when we're talking about temperature, I guess. Anyways, guys, let's get watching court. We have Bothell Municipal Court. You know, municipal courts are some of my favorite. You know, really doing the Lord's work for us. That's a me thing. Damn it. Well, my brain works differently.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Woo. So I think that means somebody subscribed. Not sure. We have a feel like temp and yeah, Moonfox, you understand what I'm saying? Like it's literally almost like learning another language. Weird thing is, I don't think in kilograms. I don't even say it properly. Kilograms, kilograms, kilos, kgs. No. I think in pounds, which is weird, but also like meters. Distance is difficult. Hello, Dana M. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh, med check. Take your meds. Take your meds, folks. If you've got them, take them. And you know the drill. If you don't have them, come on and tell us what that's like. This better fucking work. I swear to God. What I realized earlier is that it was playing for a while and nobody heard any volume. So was it because the judge wasn't there? Yeah, we'll just skip ahead to where the judge shows up and hope that we can hear it, huh?
This calendar is being conducted on Zoom. It is also being live streamed to YouTube in order to accommodate the open courtroom doctrine. Anyone watching on YouTube who wishes to participate in a particular case needs to go to the Bothell Municipal Court website, click on the link to video court, and then click on the link to enter the virtual courtroom. Once there, let the administrator know which case it is you wish to be heard on, and that information will be conveyed to me. The official record of these proceedings will be made and maintained by the Bothell Municipal Court. Anyone making a recording without having obtained prior approval of the court may be subject to legal action, including but not limited to contempt proceedings. With that, I believe we are ready to proceed this morning. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. If we can address first off the 9/29 calendar, Mr. Gutierrez Morales, cause number 3A04000910. This is on for arraignment, underlying allegations being one count of theft in the third degree, one count looks like of drug loitering. This is from an incident date of May 8th of this year. Did have the opportunity to go over the elements of the crimes with him as well as the maximum penalties. We also discussed the constitutional rights he has at this stage of the proceeding. He's indicating he has no questions, and so we are prepared to move forward with the arraignment.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Gutierrez Ruelas. You're here for arraignment, so I need to confirm that Reyes Gutierrez Ruelas is your true name.
Yes.
Ms. Pimentel just told me she went over quite a bit of information with you this morning, including your constitutional rights and the nature of the charges. Did you understand everything?
Yes.
Ms. Pimentel.
We'll acknowledge receipts of the complaints, waive formal reading, and enter plea of not guilty as to both counts.
Not guilty pleas will enter. Court has previously had an opportunity to review the police reports and did make findings of probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Sarah Yell, the Rule 9 intern for the city. The city is not requesting bail for this matter. The city is requesting standard conditions, and that Mr. Gutierrez does not return to Home Depot, as well as abstains from alcohol and non-prescribed drugs.
Ms. Pimentel.
There's no objection to standard conditions, obviously including no contact. Additionally, he would like to be considered for court-appointed counsel. He's indicating he's not currently employed at this time. It does look like this was a co-defendant case, but I believe given his older Kent cases, my office had been flagged for the conflict on the co-defendant, so we should be okay to take Mr. Gutierrez's case.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Gutierrez, I am going to release you on your personal recognizance on the following conditions. You need to notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address. Have no new criminal law violations for which there's probable cause. Make an appointment with your attorney, make it to that appointment because they can't help you if you're not talking to them, right?
Yeah.
Make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you here in just a moment. Have no contact with the Home Depot and do not own, possess, or have under your control any controlled substances without a validly issued prescription in your name. Okay?
Okay.
All right. With that, we'll set this matter for pre-trial. I'm gonna set it, any reason why you can't make it in person to the Bothell Municipal Court? Can you make it in person or would,
Yes.
okay. So then I'll set this for pre-trial on September 28th at 2:30 in the afternoon, and your trial date will be in the November trial term, okay? With regard to court-appointed counsel, based on the representation from Ms. Pimentel, I will make a preliminary finding that you do qualify for court-appointed counsel. It is only a preliminary finding. In the paperwork you're going to receive from the court will be an affidavit for you to complete that asks about your income, your assets, and your expenses. Please complete that and get it back to me. Without it, I don't actually have a legal basis for granting you court-appointed counsel, and I might have to reverse my decision and charge you attorney's fees. Pretty sure you don't want that to happen, so please get me that affidavit, okay?
Okay.
All right, so with that, Ms. Pimentel's office, sounds like they'll be the ones appointed, and we'll see you on September 28th. All right, take care.
Thanks.
I don't think all that stuff's happening.
Your Honor, we were supposed to see or potentially see Mr. Singh this morning via Issaquah jail. Not sure if the court's heard anything from Issaquah. I do not see them in the waiting room.
Issaquah has not signed on yet. I don't know that they are going to.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to address that. That's 36992. It looks like he was booked in, so he's being held in Issaquah on a new charge.
All right. City's position with regard.
Okay, they aren't yet talking about this gentleman who sat down, but we are going to talk about him. If you're just getting here, like Ron Mitchell is, go ahead and clock in for your shift by hitting the like button, please. Also, thank you for saying hello. What do we think he's in jail for, you guys? I mean, this jail is a bit predictable. I'm going to be honest, but we're going to make this a little bit fun. Sashina's got thunder and lightning starting up. Be careful. Also, Denali Mike, thank you for the conversion tip. I appreciate that, and I understand it. What I'm talking about is like, I guess maybe my brain works differently, but like my brain just knows what Celsius temperatures are versus doing a math equation, which we all know I'm not good at math and I failed math many times. I'm actually on the lookout for some of my old report cards. I thought that would be fun for us to read together. Anyways, what do we think he's here for? I think, oh, thanks, Mayor. I think, okay, so drugs, I'm hearing drugs, I'm seeing robbery, shoplifting. I'm gonna go with shoplifting for me. He's a belly selly buddy. Yeah. Oh, also Melanie, having empathy sickness is totally a possibility. It sucks. I get it. I had morning sickness my entire pregnancy until labor. I vomited from the beginning to into labor. He thieved a catalytic converter, Sashina. That's a very, very specific thing. DV from KT, I think that's a possibility as well. Although I will say, in Bothell, at the municipal court level, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Melanie, that's excellent news. Very exciting. I love babies. Babbies, as I call them. Wee babbies. Wee babbies. In fact, I have pictures of my baby. Actually, that's one of the things I used to do at all the jobs I've ever had. I've had a lot of jobs. And any job I had a computer at, I would make my like desktop background change pictures all the time and be of my daughter, like baby pictures, because it just made me happy. And everybody else that was like walked up to you to talk to me or whatever would see the computer. It's just always like, and even when I'm like, yeah, she's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 now. Yeah, I just found that really, really nice to do. I just kept doing that. I was just like, nah, I like these ones. We're going with these. uh, she's having your first best, and you're gonna be the most, right? Is that how it works? Best and most?
Regard to Mr. Singh if we don't see him here today.
City's position would be to maintain the $12,000 bail.
All right. Again, I'll maintain bail. Obviously, if Issaquah does sign in, then we'll address that at that time. But if they do not, we'll maintain bail and we'll see Mr. Singh when we can get connected to the Issaquah jail if he's still there.
This is Mr. Varnes, cause number 35754. This is a post disposition matter, so it's on for a review. It looks like it's actually a 24-month deferred sentence. The only issue that I see before the court today is a new criminal law violation or allegation from Marysville. And that is from May of this year. And looking at that docket, it looks like the court did not find PC on count 2. So he does have the domestic violence assault in the 4th degree pending. I did take a look at that.
Oh, KT in the house, winning on the DV in the 4th degree. KT, please come forward for your award. Seriously though, I love it. I love it when we pick these things and we get it right. I don't know why. There's just this little satisfaction. Jonathan Hart is here. Welcome, Jonathan. Appreciate you. Mayor, you ate too much tonight? Well, I had my cheese sandwich, so I don't know if that was too much or what, but also, I have not had any coffee today. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get myself a drink.
That, and it looks like he was just screened for counsel, but he has been making his appearances there. So he's not had an opportunity yet to meet with his attorney. He does have court there, I believe, next week. The city did send us a copy of the underlying police report this morning, so I did have an opportunity to review that. However, I would ask the court to consider releasing Mr. Varnes with an out of custody date, so he at least has an opportunity to meet with his attorney on that at least once before looking at moving forward, obviously, for the potential of a possible revocation here.
City's position.
City has no objection to allowing him to meet with his attorney.
All right, so you're agreeing to release him on our case pending that? Yeah. So, all right. All right, Mr. Varnes, I will release you on your personal recognizance on this matter. I'm going to set this matter for an in-person review hearing at the Bothell Municipal Court. We'll set that to, and I'm just taking a quick look to see when your next Marysville.
All good, KT. You just won that round. I will have somebody message me to remind me to send you some points. I looked around. I was like, I don't have a pen where I can see it. There's paper galore, but things are on it. Also, hi, Toby. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Please clock in for your shift. Hit that like button. We're just getting started for this evening. It's a Friday. Last Friday I had a guest on the show, Sashina. Lovely. Thank you so much, Sashina. And that is going to be a continuing segment every 2 weeks on Fridays, where we are going to have creators and just regular people from the chat coming on and telling us what their passions are, what they love to share, because we're a little family. And show and tell is really fun, okay? That's basically what it is. Plus, pretty much like gives me a Friday, 2 Fridays off of like heavy workload. Anyways, you guys, as I have, oh, thank you, Sashina. As I have said before, thank you for being here. Clock in for your shift, hit that like button, take your meds, subscribe to the new channel. We are slowly growing. Remember how cool you're gonna be being in the original OG 2.0 club. Yeah. And let's go. Oh, and you don't have to have a channel to come on the Friday thing. That's the whole point. Is that you just have to like do whatever you want. You can come on and tell me about your weird, really anything. Fucking try me.
Date is
I believe it's the 6th.
looks like, yes, September 6th. So, Madam Clerk, if we can get a review hearing sometime after September 6th, we'll go ahead and see Mr. Barnes out of custody at the Bothell Municipal Court at that time.
October 4th, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll set the matter to October 4th at 1:30 in the afternoon in person at the Bothell Municipal Court. Mr. Barnes, in the meantime, obviously make it to your court date in Marysville, talk with your attorney up there, and then we'll see you. And also make sure you make contact with Ms. Pimentel's office so you can discuss how things are going to proceed on October 4th. That should give you plenty of time to do all of that. So let's make sure, because you don't want Ms. Pimentel coming to court not knowing what's going to happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll see you on October 4th at 1:30. Take care.
Those are all the matters that were physically transported. We were originally sick. Mr. Griffin, 22-41 did not make the transport from the RJC. I think it had been previously set over.
And let's go ahead and take a look at that. That's cause number 22000041. It's on for active probation review. Do you have a report from Mr. Silcox? What is the city's position with regard to the Blandon Griffin matter?
The city requests to maintain the $10,000 bail.
All right. And Ms. Pimentel, no argument, I'm assuming.
I have no additional information.
All right, so I will maintain bail and we'll set the matter over and see if we can't get him from the RJC. It looks like they must have been served. Well, no, it's Kittitas Superior Court still has a warrant out for him. All right. Next matter.
Miss Ledecky, cause number 3A03555600. This is on for arraignment. I don't see any prior failures to appear or prior charges.
City's position.
The city requests to maintain bail so we can see Ms. Ledecky.
On what basis?
There's been one prior failure to appear on this matter.
So she failed to appear for arraignment and I authorize the issuance of a warrant in the amount of $1,000. Any other, I don't see that there's been a second failure to appear since then.
There hasn't on, as far as I know.
All right. I will release Ms. Ledecky on her personal recognizance to appear now that she's aware that she needs to appear. Hopefully she will sign for that out of custody arraignment date before they release her. And we'll see her before the court here shortly.
Next matter is Joseph Friyay. cause number 37006. Unfortunately, he is in King County. We did attempt to get him today. Transport indicated he refused. I mean, the court could certainly sign a motion to compel. The problem is that they have not been enforcing those. So that's not been assisting us in getting people to court, unfortunately.
And I do see this is not his first refusal. City's position.
The city requests just to maintain the $500 bail, I believe it is.
Just a moment, I was just looking here. I think it is, he's being held on Superior Court matters, as I recall.
That's exactly, these are the nails I've already chosen for Florida. They're so fucking cute. Those are actually my nails. I've had them done like this before. And it's exactly what I want. So it is exactly what I will get. Yay. Sweet, thank you. Don't worry, we have more court coming up after this. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but
Looks like the court's indicating that there's already matters set on 9/7 for transport from King County.
All right. All right, so I will maintain bail and we'll set the matter over, and city is not asking for an order to compel.
It doesn't seem like they enforce them, so.
So we'll see if we can get him here on the 7th. All right.
And then we also have a 9/30, it looks like an expired bench warrant was set, Melissa Nelson, 25827.
What is the city's position?
The city is not requesting to renew this bench warrant and has a motion to dismiss with prejudice.
It's interesting that she's been contacted in the state of Washington by law enforcement numerous times since the warrant, but has not been picked up. So, but if the city's position is to dismiss and not request the warrant be renewed, I will grant city's motion.
I believe that's at least the jail calendar. I don't see anybody quite yet for the arraignment calendar.
All right. So that concludes the 9:30 calendar. Court will be in recess until the 10:30 calendar.
you guys like those nails. I really always, when I get my nails done, I get them done square cut and like real short as my fingers. And then I keep filing them down usually. But I like French tipped square cut nails. Very short. And like one accent finger. And I really love anchors. So I get an anchor. I was thinking about like a palm tree maybe, but
Hello?
oh,
Hello?
We can hear you. We're just waiting for the judge to come on.
I have a question. If I bail out from King County, it's gonna be what, 2,500?
Say that again.
If I bail out from King County, it's gonna be 2,500?
Are you talking about bail?
Yeah, if I bail out from King County,
If you bail out on the warrant from King County, it would be about 10%, yes, of what the total amount is.
okay.
I'm a classic girl, Denali. I have so many pictures of my nails like that. I do usually a variation on those when I used to get my nails done all the time, which I will be doing again soon. Toenails a little bit more difficult to pick. What is he doing? Did they give him some sort of iPad or something? Yeah, just the tip, exactly. Oh, here's another. Oh, see, that was a more subtle day, and I took my daughter too, so those are her blue nails. And then I do, yes, like one nail different, the accent nail, as they call that, Toby. Especially since I usually do like really, really basic French tips on most of my nails when I do them. So, um, Denali Mike, you stopped smoking 420 this week. Good for you. Keep going if that's what you want to do. Good for you. Um, I didn't at all. Oh, there's another one. Those were like French tips with like little silver right below the French, which I really like. Um, I'm just letting this play. You know, if I touch it, it'll automatically jump ahead. Oh, KLF is here also. Hello, hello. Okie Medic Dell. You know, I only type your name, I never say it. Thanks for being here. Um, I know Beverly, did you call the cops earlier though? You called the cops? There's another. That was mostly French, and then that one nail has more sparkle on it. Uh, we're just waiting for the judge to show up here. Oh, this was an off week when I went and got like full round. Didn't like that. Didn't like it.
All right, we're back on the record on the 9:30 calendar.
I guess
Looks like you have Mr. Singh here.
Yes, Your Honor, and he is calling in from the Issaquah jail. That's cause number 36992. This is on for review. This is a post-disposition matter. We do have an active, or we do have an updated probation report as it was an active probation case. Like from Ms. Sprague, the allegations are failing to comply with probation, failing to comply with the chemical dependency evaluation, and I believe there are new law violations, one out of Linwood, the other out of Issaquah, which is where Mr. Singh is currently being held. For purposes of moving forward and probation's recommendation of closure of the case, we are prepared to admit that, although Mr. Singh would like the court to know that he did at one point complete inpatient treatment. I do remember that we were trying to get him released. In fact, I think this court did release him, but he was not able to be released on some other holds. But he did indicate that he did complete it at one point. And then it sounds like just been having a harder time over the last year or so.
All right. So just to be clear, your client is stipulating committed for purposes of this hearing as to all three violations. Is that correct? All right. Ms. Yale, what is the city's position?
The city believes that the probation recommendation is a good recommendation.
$90 is a lot too. So here's the thing about fake nails like that. You can maybe push them 3 weeks, but mostly you could do like 2.5 weeks. And I tip people when I get service like that. So for me, at a pretty cheap like Asian place, it would be like $65 with a tip, including the tip. Just the tip, no. And the guy does a great job. It's a man. I love him very much. But $65 every 2 weeks was like one of the first things to go for me when I made less money, even though it is one of the cheapest things that makes me feel very pretty all the time is having my nails done. Because my nails don't grow nice for some reason. They're just tiny. And so I used to have a girlfriend that did them when out of her house, and it was $40 every 2.5 weeks. And then, she did something else. And so again, I value the skill that it takes to do nails very well. Also, Sashina said you had your nails done for a long, long time and they haven't healed yet. I will say that I've had good nail techs and bad nail techs, and your nails don't recover well, especially when they utilize that little tool, and they're lazy basically. Like the guy that I have, my nails are fine when they come off, or if I have them on. Like my nails are always pretty thin, and that's why I don't grow them myself and paint them. But do you get a good conversation with a manicure, like a therapist? So I give a great show at a nail salon. I'll put it that way. I'm loud and I talk to everybody. So most people at the nail salon are getting quite a good show for their money, sitting talking to me or with me getting my nails done. I'll be totally upfront. The nail techs, this is going to sound racist. They speak amongst themselves in Vietnamese usually. Um, Funny enough, I lived with a Vietnamese girl for a long time, and I know a little bit of Vietnamese. I know. Anyways, but so they don't speak as much to me. And here's the other thing. They busy, okay? If he needs to concentrate and doesn't want to talk to me, he can concentrate. And he's so good at letting me have one hand free for my phone. He always does like one at a time. And yeah, we work it like that. And he's like, they're great. They know just how rough to be. They grab your hands when they need them. Again, my hands, they always complain. They're like, your nail's so small. And I'm like, I know. That's why I'm fucking here. If they were like super growing long by myself, I would fucking paint them myself. I wish I could be super loyal, Melanie. And when I have the money, I am very loyal to my nail tech. More loyal than I am to a hair person. I do my own hair. So, um, yeah, I just love the feeling of feeling really put together when you have your nails done like that, no matter what. And for me, that was very, very worth it. You called the cops, Beverly. Okay, good. Good, June. Good, good, good. Beverly had a situation earlier, guys. Um, okay, so he's got a mask on his forehead. That's what I realize now as I'm looking at that a little closer. He's got a mask on his forehead, which is a unique style. I could do that right now. Oh my God. Right in front. Literally. How did he do it? Actually, like I'm not mad at that in a weird way. Like, what is this, like Dr. Chic or something? I don't know. I'm kidding. Okay, let's keep watching.
To revoke 90 days in jail as a sanction and close the matter. He pled on September 29, 2022, and it appears the very next day he had a new theft and trespass charge. We don't have proof of the treatment plan. He hasn't been reporting to probation. And so we request you follow probation's recommendation.
All right. Mr. Singh, before I make my decision on what to do in this matter, is there anything else that you would like me to take into consideration?
Yes, ma'am, I done the treatment, everything, like I failure to like follow up after that, but if I was struggling outside. So please give me, because I have another warrant right now in county, please give me like less time so I can go deal with other time. So I want to fix my life right now. I'm working on it, but I'm keep struggling right now.
Understood, Mr. Singh, and I appreciate the fact that you are working on it. I think that that's excellent, but I also think this recommendation is appropriate. So I am going to make the finding that there are,
Ma'am, can you give me 30 days, please?
I'm going to make a finding that all 3 violations have been committed by stipulation of the defendant. I do believe there's a basis to accept the stipulation. I will follow the recommendation of probation and I will give you 90 days in jail.
Can
I
you
will
please give me 30 days, ma'am, please?
Mr. Singh, I'm making my ruling now. I'm giving you 90 days in jail and I will give you credit for any time served on this matter. And then once those 90 days are done, the case will be closed. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. So within those 90 days, it should give you an opportunity to take advantage of some of the programs available at the jail and make connections that hopefully will help you to succeed when you do get out. Okay.
Your Honor, if he was able to secure a second opportunity for treatment, would the court at least consider that?
Absolutely. If you do receive an opportunity to do inpatient treatment and you have proof of that, I will gladly sign a TRO to allow you to go to that treatment. And then once it's completed, I would entertain a motion to give you credit for the time. So
I have a question. So if I can get the treatment right now?
if you can get into an inpatient treatment program and you successfully complete it, so if you get the date, I will grant that you can be released to go to the treatment. And then once you've done the treatment, you'll come back before me to show me that, and we'll talk about what your jail sentence, if any, will be remaining. Okay.
Okay. So can I talk to my lawyer, please?
Ms. Pimentel, do you have a moment to?
Yeah. First of all, I don't think anybody's found it yet, but there's a typing section in our Discord. Pardon me, in our Discord, because I personally type very fast, and I can do the same thing with nails or without nails. Also, hi Crass, welcome. I posted something funny in the Discord earlier. Now I'm just gonna read it out because nobody fucking reacted to it, so I'll just read it out. It says, other job applicant, good luck. Me, I'm gonna tell the boss that you hate his hair. Other job applicant, what? Me, loudly, I actually like his hair. I just thought that was hilarious. Anyways, I'm sure it's better written on Twitter, but I see that anybody can go ahead and improve themselves in almost every job that they have or will have is by working on their typing abilities every week or so. I've actually pitched that to many companies as like a full-on company-wide program. I'm like, you realize how much money you save every fucking word per minute these people get better at typing. And they're like, oh, I'm like, again, also in school, Sashina, all the teachers, every teacher I go to, I'm like, by the way, you can do probably 3 hours a week of typing. Ain't nobody gonna be mad about that. Nobody. Okay? That's fine. I still do typing tests. I go practice typing all the time. I love it. It's perfect for me. And I type really fast. I can type, like, when I need to, over $100, $100, 100 words a minute. I mean, as a side job? No, I mean, as getting rid of your students for a while so that you can have a break. Make them type. Put them in front of fucking computers and make them practice typing. And then make them practice again and again and again. And I'm saying I would easily accept 5 hours a week of that kind of tutelage from my child. I know they all have, so have them sit there silently and fucking type. I'm just telling you, there's nobody going to be mad about that. You know? I literally say that in almost all of the parent-teacher interviews I go to, and they sort of laugh at me, and I'm like, no, I'm not fucking kidding. I know it sounds like a joke. I'm not joking. Do you want to create better I know you're rabid school board, whatever. These kids won't be ratting you out for getting to spend time on the computer doing whatever typing thing, regardless. I have many theories about the school system. Mavis Beacon typing. Yeah, fuck yes. I use that too, Beverly. Here's the thing. I wanted to become a stenographer. I looked into it and I did a half version of that job in a way, but I had a very good friend of mine, very good friend of mine, who listened to me excitedly speaking about it wasn't called like court reporting. It was like the stenography, like having that machine, learning that machine. And I remember uh explaining like how excited I was, and I said there's court captioning, all these different things. And she looked at me and she goes, "Doesn't that mean you're not allowed to talk?" And I was like, "What?" She's like at all. They probably don't get to say anything. And I was like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Yeah, you can't do that job." And I was like, "Oh, no, I guess I can't do that job." She's like, "No, you can't. You would not be able to do that job." And I was like, "Thank you for saving me before I bought a $20,000 machine." Seriously, I didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about it. I was living in my own fucking Ally McBeal world where I was going to be the court reporter. But again, that doesn't work. The job I did have where I did something similar to that was for the local government or the Attorney General's office here, where I was sending back notes on a hearing every day, but they weren't verbatim. They were my interpretations and impressions. So it was a little different. But it still very much helped that I could type very fast. I'll tell you that.
To meet with Mr. Singh in a breakout room now that we've completed this matter. All right, so
I
that's
think
the
Mr. Parent
report. Yeah, and so if Mr. Singh wants to go into a breakout room, court will be in recess until the 10:30 matters are ready, which should be shortly, but
Mr. Parent does have Mr. Ketchum off the 11 o'clock calendar ready if the court wanted to just take that briefly.
all right.
And
Thank
Mr.
you.
Singh, if you can accept the invitation to join the breakout room.
Yes.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Parent.
Good morning, Your Honor. We have Evan Ketchum on the 11.
It appears we have somebody who's here early, which I love that. So thank you, Mr. Ketchum.
Welcome.
All right. This is case number 3A0396242. Mr. Ketchum, you're here for arraignment, so I need to confirm that Evan Nicholas Ketchum is your true name.
Correct.
All right. Mr. Parent.
Your Honor, Mr. Ketchum and I had a chance to meet in the breakout room. He does understand the nature of the charge. I also informed him of the maximum penalties for the offense. We went over the advice of rights and court procedures for him. He has no questions about those, understands them all. We waive formal reading of the complaint, enter a plea of not guilty. I'm not sure if he would qualify for the public defender based upon his income. He does live in Graham, so he would request video hearings for the future.
All right, thank you. Mr. Ketchum, not guilty plea is going to enter on your behalf. I have had a chance to review the police reports and did make findings of probable cause. Ms. Yell, what is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
The city requests standard conditions as well as that Mr. Ketchum does not return to Home Depot.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ketchum, I am going to release you on your personal recognizance on the following conditions. You need to notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address, have no new criminal law violations for which there is probable cause, make an appointment with your attorney, make it to that appointment. They can't help you if you're not talking to them. Make it to your court date, which I'm going to give you in just a moment, and have no contact with the Home Depot. As far as court-appointed counsel is concerned, it sounds like if you wish to be considered for court-appointed counsel, you will need to complete the affidavit that will be part of the paperwork that the court will be sending to you. It's going to ask you about your income, your assets, and your expenses. Please get that back to me as quickly as possible so that I can review it and make a determination, because you're going to want to know whether or not you qualify so that you
Yeah.
can proceed either with public defender or with finding an attorney yourself, whatever the decision is, and you want an attorney on board as soon as possible. So,
Okay.
So with that, I will set this matter for court by Zoom like we're doing right now. On September 25th at 2:30 in the afternoon. So you'll be back on Zoom on September 25th. We will.
Is Crass still here? Hi, Jay, by the way. Because Crass, this is what I'm talking about. In Washington, that Home Depot is incredibly litigious. The only other fucking company that you hear of being more litigious, Walmart. Seriously. Denali, Mike, your friend's dad was a Roy impersonator. That's hilarious.
We'll send this to you, and your trial will be in the November trial term. Okay, but we'll set the matter for September 25th at 2:30 by Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Do we
Do I
have
just-
any other? You can
do I
just hit
just
the
do-
link.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yep, no problem. Mr. Perrin, did you have anything else ready to go at this time, or should I recess until the 10:30 calendar?
We can recess. Thank you.
All right, so the court will be in recess.
We will be in a very short recess while we see if the guys in the truck trained Larry to properly set this video up. Not Home Depot in Bothell, Washington. Apparently, they are the ones that prosecute. I guess Larry, when removed from my custody and care, Loud Elvis, seems to be doing okay. Also, guys, if you're just getting here, please go ahead and clock in or cock in for your shift, whichever you prefer, by hitting that like button, making sure you're subbed to the new channel. That's the channel we're on right now. Baby boo boo, where are you? Never ever trust a high beaver. I know. Should have been more careful. Should have been more careful. I have a funny owl
We're back
story.
on the record on the morning arraignment calendar for Friday, September 1st at the Bothell Municipal Court. I understand we are ready to proceed on the 11 o'clock matters. Is that correct, counsel?
There's been no additional appearances on the 11 o'clock calendar.
All right, it is now 10 minutes past, so let's go ahead and we'll call through the remaining matters on the
Hi,
11 o'clock
Katie.
calendar. The first one is, I took my glasses off. The first one is Michaela Vona. Okay. Barham, cause number, I'm sorry, it's Yana Barham. Cause number 2A0536621 comes on for a motion to quash the warrant. Looks like defendant contacted the court on August 25th requesting a hearing to quash the warrant. Defendant was advised this would be the last time that they could request a hearing in this fashion. Defendant did not appear or has not appeared. Last time she evidently called in at 11:40 for the 11 o'clock calendar. So what is the city's position?
City moves to strike the motion to quash.
Motion will be stricken. For future, the defendant will have to either post bail, turn themselves in, or contact counsel to schedule an arraignment hearing. All right. Michael Donahue, cause number 3A05098815. Defendant was summoned to appear, is not here. Looks like they failed to appear previously, and we resummoned with a new address certification having been filed. What is the city's request?
City requests a bench warrant in the amount of $500.
$500 warrant is authorized. Frankie Moreno, cause number 3A03888673, excuse me. Matter comes on for arraignment today. Defendant was summoned to appear, is not here. The court has made a finding.
Oh, Toby, thank you for asking. My dad's visit was lovely. Here's a funny story from my dad's visit. My dad arrived. He appeared to think I run some sort of prank YouTube channel, was not interested in hanging out, and that's okay. But he realized on the second to last day of his trip that he had not had his wallet the whole trip. I had to tweet Air Canada to help him find his wallet. It was hilarious to me. And then he goes, I can see it. I'm like, what do you mean you can see it? And he's like, oh, it's got an air tag in it. I'm like, you're telling me you have an air tag in your wallet? And you didn't even think to check it? Like, how can you be worried enough about the wallet to have an air tag in it, but not worried enough to ever think about it in 2 weeks? Jody, we are live. You got your granddaughters ready for bed. You missed a bit. No worries. But we're still live. We've only been going an hour. I'm just actually pulling up something else for us to watch after this. But we'll have to take a mini pause while I refresh it because Larry didn't fucking put enough content together for us tonight. I know Loud thinks, oh, he's doing so well away from her, but I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Finding a probable cause. The warrant in the amount of $2,000 was requested last time, but it was subject to an address certification. Looks like that address certification has been filed, or the affidavit from the prosecutor's office resummons to additional addresses. Defendant is not here. Are you requesting the $2,000 warrant be issued?
Yes, Your Honor.
Granted. Haley Nolan, cause number 3A06107775 is on for arraignment. Defendant was summoned to appear, is not here. We released the defendant from custody on August 15th after finding a probable cause by the court. City had no objection to release, and we scheduled it for today's date and time. Defendant is not here. What is the city's request?
City requests a $1,000 bench warrant.
$1,000 warrant is authorized, subject to an address certification affidavit being filed by the prosecutor's office with the court. Mia Tolman, cause number 3A01077771 is on for arraignment. Defendant was summoned to appear, is not here. Looks like the court did make finding a probable cause. Defendant failed to appear on July 21st. City did not request a bench warrant at that time. We noted the failure to appear and resummonsed. On the 24th, the defendant called, updated her address, And on the 4th, she did not appear. Again, the city indicated you were not requesting a bench warrant. The defendant was resummons. Again, what is the city's position today?
The city is not requesting a bench warrant for this matter.
Note the defendant's failure to appear. All right. All right. With that, I believe, and I'm not sure why that was on the 11 o'clock calendar. That's something that is normally on. Oh, I see. There was a theft that occurred at the same time, but that's already in bench warrant status. So on the cause number 3A0107771, court will simply note the failure to appear. All right. With that, I believe that concludes the morning calendar, unless there's anything else that needs to be addressed. I see no response, so thank you very,
God,
very
Larry,
much, everyone, for
yes.
being here. Have a good weekend. Court is in recess.
Everyone, bye.
Have a good Labor Day.
I swear
Thank you.
to
You
God,
too.
don't embarrass me, dude.
Bye, unless you need me.
No, Judge, we need.
Have a nice weekend, Your Honor.
Thank you. You too. Take
Thank
care.
you.
I'm questionable about video. I feel like Larry, he's like led me on. He was like, yeah, I did it right 3 times. Just let it play. Don't think about it. And yet, you see, it's fucking up video. Things are happening. I am very personable, Denali. Thank you. I'm just like, the fucking computer is just telling me. While it's thinking, let's talk. I used to get a lot of flack on the old channel. Do you remember that? People would be like, you're so. They were really mad at my boobs. People would get mad about my boobs, and then there's another few things they'd be mad about. Oh, me talking. That's the other one. You talk so much. I'm like, yeah, I fucking do. That's right. It's my YouTube channel. That part. Let's just pause that for a minute, get back in control with the computer. You know how sometimes you have to like reassert dominance a little bit? Be like, you know what? We're going to buffer you for a minute. Let you just sit there and think about what you've done in front of my friends. Just embarrass me. So here's I don't know. That's right. That's why, like the phoenix from the ashes, my boobs and chat rose to the 2.0 channel. True. But again, like people were like, oh, you're so degrading to yourself. And I'm like, no, I'm really not. I don't feel degraded at all. Anyways, But I also think there's lots of room on YouTube for everybody, so I don't get why people like don't sort of support everybody. I'm very supportive for the most part of other people. I know where they're coming. I literally have those types of posts scheduled for the next 3 weeks every 2 days. T-Rex. I do wear what I like, and that's the thing, right? People are weird, and I don't really care. I enjoy actually debate, right? But oh, I'm just talking about old trolls, I guess. I'm reminiscing about the days I had trolls. Who knew that that would be my funny. Also, everyone was like, "You're gonna get so different when you get big." No, I wish. You don't think I've been trying to be different a lot of parts of my life? It doesn't work, okay? I'm fucking me. Larry should use the force. He does use the force. No, and I love you guys too. And you know, the truth is, like, I never block people, I never ban people, and I never uh shy away from confrontation or discussion. I'm a troll, I guess. I mean, I've been banned in other chats for inciting spam. F in the chat.
Good morning, everyone. We're here for the Bothell Municipal Court 9:30 calendar for Monday, the 28th of August. I'm Judge Mara Rosano. This calendar is being conducted on Zoom. It is also being live streamed to YouTube. Anyone watching on YouTube who wishes to participate in a particular case needs to go to the Bothell Municipal Court website, click on the link to video court, and then click on the link to enter the virtual courtroom. Once there, let the administrator know which case it is you wish to be heard on, and that information will be conveyed to me. The official record of these proceedings will be made and maintained by the Bothell Municipal Court. Anyone making a recording without having obtained prior approval of the court may be subject to legal action, including but not limited to contempt proceedings. With that, I believe we are ready to proceed this morning. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. If we can first address Mr. Chavez Torreblanca's matters. We do have Ms. Lucas here as an interpreter.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Lucas.
Good morning, Your Honor.
If I could have you state your name and credentials for the record, please.
Yes, Your Honor, this is Maria Lucas, certified court interpreter. My oath is on file with the OC and I'm permanently sworn. Buenos días, señoría María Lucas, intérprete acreditado a los tribunales con juramento permanente en expediente. La juez pidió a la intérprete que se pusiera en actas.
Your Honor, there are 4 cases. They are all on for arraignment this morning.
Señoría, estamos aquí para 4 casos que están para instrucción de cargos aquí esta mañana.
Cause number 3A 0186579 is an allegation of criminal trespass in the first degree.
El caso 3A0186579 es una alegación de estar en propiedad privada sin permiso en primer grado.
3A 0443832 is also an allegation of criminal trespass in the first degree.
El 3A0443832 también es una alegación de estar en propiedad privada sin permiso en primer grado.
3A 0462697 is an allegation of criminal trespass in the first degree.
I know I'm muted. I'm just mad.
97 es una alegación de estar en propiedad privada sin permiso en primer grado.
If you click the link tree above, Toby.
1647 is an allegation of theft in the third degree as well as criminal trespass in the first degree.
Y el 3A0481647 es una alegación de robo en tercer grado y también de estar en propiedad privada sin permiso en primer grado.
I did explain to him.
For anybody who's wondering, I legitimately try and not deal with the interpreter cases because it personally makes me feel bad for failing Spanish. I've talked about this so many times. Just like relive that trauma. Anyways, and yet every fucking time Larry Beaver slips it in, he's just like Todd, just like the guys in the truck fucking up. Slipping in yet, like seriously, you'd think that I seek these out. The number of times that we start with an interpreter case or we deal with an interpreter case. He's toying with me.
The maximum penalties for all
Oh,
of those
also,
charges.
if anybody's wondering, all the links are in the link tree that's pinned in the chat. There's PayPal in there, Buy Me a Coffee, and a bunch of other links if you're interested. And I appreciate all the support. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Ola, I know a few things, but every time it just makes me sad. I'm like, oh my God.
También le expliqué cuáles eran los castigos máximos de todos los cargos.
We also discussed all of the constitutional rights he has at this stage of the proceeding.
También hablamos de todos los derechos constitucionales que tiene en este momento de los procedimientos.
He has indicated he has no additional questions at this time, and so we are prepared to move forward with the arraignments.
Y indicó que no tiene preguntas adicionales, así que estamos listos para proceder con la instrucción de cargos en este momento.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Chavez Torreblanca, sorry.
Buenos días, señor Chávez Torreblanca.
Can you hear me?
¿Me oye?
Sí,
Yes.
You're here for arraignment, so I need to confirm that Samuel D. Chavez Torreblanca is your true name.
Estamos aquí para la instrucción de cargos. Tengo que confirmar que Samuel D. Chávez Torreblanca es su nombre completo y verdadero.
sí.
Yes.
Ms. Pimentel has told me that she went over quite a bit of information with you this morning, including your constitutional rights, with
La
the
señora-
with the assistance of the interpreter.
La señora Pimentel me dijo que había revisado bastantes derechos constitucionales que usted tiene con usted y también bastante información con la asistencia de la intérprete.
Did you understand
Yes.
your constitutional rights?
¿Usted entiende sus derechos constitucionales?
Yes.
Yes.
Ms. Pimentel.
Señora Pimentel,
We will acknowledge receipts of all complaints, waive formal reading, and enter pleas of not guilty as to each cause number.
reconocemos haber recibido los documentos acusatorios, renunciamos a la lectura formal en actas de los mismos y nos declaramos no culpable de cada uno de ellos.
Not guilty pleas will enter.
Queda registrado que se declara no culpable.
The court has previously had an opportunity to review the police reports and did make findings of probable cause as to all charges.
El juez tuvo la oportunidad de revisar los informes de la policía y falló causa probable en todos los cargos.
What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
¿Cuál es lo que pide? ¿Qué es lo que pide la fiscalía en relación a salir en libertad y condiciones?
Sarah Yell, the Rule 9 intern for the city.
Señoría Sarayel, pasante bajo la regla 9, representando a la fiscalía.
The city is requesting to maintain the $3,000 bail on each cause number.
La fiscalía solicita que quede la fianza en $3,000 por cada una de las causas.
Mr. Chavez Torreblanca has 1 outstanding warrant in King County, 9 failure to appears this year, and 5 on these matters.
El señor Chávez Torreblanca tiene una orden de arresto.
She's super fast. She's like the lady in Spanish class that already speaks Spanish, and you're like, I thought we were learning. Toby, thank you so much. I checked the PP. I appreciate that. And MB2 as well. Thank you very much. You guys are great. I appreciate all of your support, especially since YouTube Daddy did take away the standard sort of method of that. But thank you again. And guys, maybe one day we'll learn the Spanish together. I don't know. It still washes over me. Like, I took 4 years of Spanish. I tried for a while, but it just doesn't go. Conversion rate's a bitch for me or for you. In Canadian dollars, every US dollar you give me is worth more money, and I appreciate every dollar. I'll say that. Every single dollar. Erica's fluent. You can teach us all. I don't know, Erica. We were gonna go ahead and read my report cards, and my teacher did not say I was teachable. She in fact said some pretty mean things. Okay.
Arresto pendiente en el condado de King, 9 faltas de comparecencia este año, 5 relacionadas con estas causas.
City's requesting standard conditions,
La Fiscalía solicita las condiciones estándar.
and that Mr. Chavez Torreblanca does not return to Home Depot.
Oh, fucking Home Depot again. My God, Home Depot. Also, Dana, 100% agree. And here's the thing. I made my daughter go to French immersion school because of that. I was like, I think the key is just forcing them to speak it with people around you. And so I've told this story before. My daughter was in kindergarten. I went and enrolled her in French immersion, which is specifically for kids whose family don't speak French at home, but want to learn French. And so all of the schooling is in French for the first number of years. And the first day she came home and she was like, Mom, they are not speaking English at that school. And I was like, yeah, I know. That's what school is. They don't speak English. You got to learn it. And she was like, oh, okay. And then it was about 6 months later that she came back to me and she was like, Mom, there are English classes at the school. I was like, oh, well, you're not switching. And she's now going into the 10th grade and she's still in French immersion, which means she does like a percentage, maybe now probably 30% of her classes are in French and the rest are in English. And she'll graduate with a dual diploma in French and English. And she can read and write and speak. She doesn't like to do it, but I know she fucking can. I know she can. Her teachers are always like, yeah, she's great at it. I was like, really? Because fuck French. Anyways, let's keep watching. But I am glad that I made her do that. I wish I had been made to do that. And I'm lucky that I live in Canada where that program is free and you are able to get it, or I was able to. But I did have to sit outside the school at like 4 o'clock in the morning and wait in line to get one of the spots. That was weird. That was like the weirdest concert I ever got tickets to. My daughter's education.
Que el señor Chávez Torreblanca no regrese a Home Depot.
I note that Mr. Chavez Torreblanca also has warrants out of Skagit County Superior Court. Is that correct?
También quiero hacer notar que el señor Chávez Torreblanca tiene órdenes de arresto pendientes en el Tribunal Superior del Condado de Skagit. ¿Es así?
Those aren't showing on my end, but he might.
No me aparecen a mí, pero puede.
It looks like that is correct, Your Honor.
Parece que es correcto, señoría.
Ms. Pimentel.
Señora Pimentel.
Your Honor, there's no objection to standard conditions, obviously including the no contact with Home Depot.
Señoría, no hay objeción a las condiciones estándar, incluyendo la de mantenerse alejado de Home Depot.
I did reiterate to him that Home Depot does trespass from all locations, not just the one in which you were specifically trespassed.
Y también le repetí que Home Depot lo considera que está en propiedad privada sin permiso en cualquiera de sus tiendas, no solamente en la que él entró.
He did indicate that he did just start a new job a few weeks ago and is working in construction full-time.
Indicó que inició un trabajo nuevo hace unas semanas, trabajando en la construcción a jornada completa.
He indicated at the time he did not have a phone to communicate with the court But if the court is willing to release him, he will make those appearances and get those additional warrants taken care of.
Y que en el momento no tuvo un teléfono para comunicarse con el tribunal, pero que si se le permite salir en libertad, asistirá cuando debe y que también resolverá las cuestiones de esas órdenes de arresto pendientes.
All right. I was just looking at the Issaquah Municipal Court matter, hoping that there was some indication that Mr. Chavez Torreblanca actually was intending to appear for court somewhere.
Y estoy mirando aquí las notas del caso en el Tribunal Municipal de Issaquah que indicaran que el señor Chávez Torreblanca tenía la intención de aparecer en alguno de los tribunales.
But it appears that on almost every criminal matter he has failed to appear.
Pero parece que casi en todas las causas penales que tiene el pendientes, él ha fallado de comparecencia.
Based on that, I am going to maintain the bail in the amount of $3,000 on each of the cause numbers.
Basándome en eso, voy a mantener la fianza en $3,000 para cada uno de los casos.
And we'll set the matter for hearing for pretrial next week.
Y vamos a poner la causa para conferencia anterior al juicio la semana próxima.
Mr. Chavez Torreblanca, should you post bail, you will need to follow the following conditions.
Señor Chávez Torreblanca, si usted paga la fianza, usted va a tener que seguir las siguientes condiciones.
Notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address.
Notificar al tribunal en persona o por escrito de cualquier cambio en su dirección.
Have no new criminal law violations for which there is probable cause.
No cometer nuevos quebrantamientos de la ley donde se falle causa probable.
Make an appointment with your attorney and make it to that appointment. They can't help you if you're not talking to them.
Concertar una cita con su abogado y asistir a esa cita, ya que no le pueden ayudar si usted no va.
Have no contact with the Home Depot, and that means any Home Depot.
No tener contacto con Home Depot quiere decir con ninguno de los Home Depot. Okay.
I'm going to set this matter for pretrial on September 7th at 9:30 in the morning.
Voy a poner esta causa para conferencia anterior a juicio el 7 de septiembre, 9:30 de la mañana.
If you do post bail, you will need to appear by Zoom on September 7th at 9:30 in the morning.
Si usted paga la fianza, tendría que comparecer el día 7 de septiembre, 9:30 de la mañana por Zoom.
Set this matter for trial in the October trial term, but again, your next court date is September 7th at 9:30 in the morning.
Vamos a poner su caso para juicio durante el periodo de juicios de octubre, pero de nuevo, la próxima comparecencia de usted es el 7 de septiembre a las 9:30 de la mañana.
We'll see you then. Take care.
Le veremos entonces. Cuídese.
Oh, sorry. One more thing.
Oh, una cosa más.
Ms. Pimentel, was there a request for court-appointed counsel?
Señora Pimentel, hay una petición para que se le designe abogado gratuito.
Given the custody status, Your Honor, I would ask to appoint, as he's indicated, he has no means to pay for bail.
Señoría, ya que está bajo arresto, pediría que le designaran abogado, ya que él ha indicado que no tiene los medios para pagar fianza.
Given the totality of the information that I have been provided, and I'm just going to check really quickly on this.
Y dada la totalidad de la información que se me acaba de dar, y déjeme que compruebe aquí una cosa rápido.
The translator is cramped in my style. That's really what the problem is. All the pauses where I normally speak, she's using them up. And I'm mad about it. I figured it out. Also, pseudo, welcome. Make sure you've clocked in for your shift by hitting that like button.
All right, it looks like he has not yet screened on the Snohomish County matter. So I will make an appointment. I will make that subject to confirmation of income, assets, and expenses through the affidavit. But at this point, I will appoint court-appointed counsel. Will this need to be conflict counsel, Ms. Pimentel, given the Issaquah pending matter.
Y debido a que no se hizo la entrevista en el condado de Snohomish, voy a designar abogado pendiente de confirmación de cuáles son sus bienes y sus gastos. En una declaración jurada, señora Pimentel, ¿piensa que tiene que ser un abogado del panel de conflictos dado su caso en Issaquah?
He has not been arraigned in Issaquah, so it should not be a conflict.
No se le ha instruido de cargos en Issaquah, así que no debería ser un conflicto.
All right, so we'll go ahead and appoint counsel on that. And Mr. Chavez Torreblanca, I will see you next week on the 7th.
Muy bien, entonces le voy a designar abogado para eso y le veremos, señor Chávez Torreblanca, la semana próxima, el día 7.
Take care. That will conclude this
Cuídese.
matter.
Con esto se concluye la causa.
That's Miss Lucas's only matter.
Thank you, Ms. Lucas, for being here this morning. Appreciate it. You are free to leave.
My pleasure, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Pimentel.
The next matter to address off the 929 calendar is Mr. Gorelick. That is cause number 3A05935881. These are also on for arraignment. So count one is the sort of newly, I guess, enacted as of July 1st, controlled substance or knowingly possessing a controlled substance statute, as well as count two, which is one count of drug loitering. We did go over the elements of those charges as well as the maximum penalties. We discussed the constitutional rights he has at the stage of the proceeding, again, indicating no additional question. So we are prepared to move forward with the arraignments this morning.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Is it Gorliuk?
Yes.
All right. Is Vladimir Igorovich Gorliuk your true name?
Yes.
Did I completely butcher the pronunciation of it? If so, I apologize.
Right.
Ms. Pimentel has just told me that she went over with you the constitutional rights that attach at this time, as well as the nature of the charges. Did you understand all of it?
Yes.
Ms. Pimentel.
And I will acknowledge receipts of the complaints, waive formal reading, and enter pleas of not guilty as to both counts.
Not guilty pleas will enter. The court has previously had an opportunity to review the police reports and did make findings of probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
City is not requesting bail in this matter based on the fact of limited recent criminal history or failure to appear history. We're requesting standard conditions. We're also requesting that Mr. Gorelick abstain from non-prescribed drugs, and we're requesting a soda order.
Ms. Pimentel.
Your Honor, looking at the history, I did anticipate Your Honor likely imposing those conditions, so we did go over that. There's no objection to that. He would additionally like to be considered for court-appointed counsel. It sounds like he's not currently employed at this time, or he's working a little bit, but it's maybe part-time, if that.
And are we considering a referral to community court?
Not at this juncture.
Okay. Mr. Gorelick, I am going to release you on your personal recognizance on the following conditions. You need to notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address, have no new criminal law violations for which there is probable cause, make an appointment with your attorney, make it to that appointment. They can't help you if you're not talking to them. Make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you in just a moment. Do not possess, consume, or have under your control any controlled substances without a validly issued prescription in your name, and abide by the stay out of drug area order that I'm going to impose. Did you have a chance to go over that?
Thank you, Toby. Again, smooches. I checked my PP. Love it. Also, great time for a med check. A very good time for a med check, which means if you take meds, take them. Think about them. I don't know why Streamlabs no listen to us tonight. Streamlabs is like, I saw that Larry got out of here and got a better deal, and I want a better deal. It's all linked in the link tree. anyways, thank you again, Toby. Appreciate that very, very much. I got quiet. No, not really. I'm just, this guy also, the way she said his name, she sounds like a Russian butcher, but you know, she was butchering his name in Russian, I guess.
The areas that are considered drug areas in Bothell with Ms. Pimentel before this hearing.
Your Honor, he'll need a copy of that, even if we can screen share, it's too small of writing for him to be able to really truly look at that, I think, until he's physically has a copy in his hand.
All right. So Mr. Gorliak, what I'm going to do is I'm going to impose that condition, but I'm going to give you 2 weeks before that is fully in effect. If there is an area within the stay out of drug area zones that you need to be able to go to and have a legitimate reason to go to, you're going to let your attorney know so that they can bring a motion for me to make an exception. And the reason for that is the order means if you're there, law enforcement can contact you and potentially arrest you. It is a new criminal law violation simply to be there. It doesn't matter if you're at Fred Meyer to buy your groceries. If you are there and there's a soda order, you can be arrested. So if you need to be able to go to
Get soda. Why would a soda order? I know it's stay out of drug area soda. But still, I know what my brain's like, what if he wants his Dr. Pepper? But no, it's stay out of drug area. In some places, what they call that is a red zone. So they will literally have an area that's listed as a red crime zone or a no-go zone. That's that.
to Fred Meyer, for example, or Rite Aid or some other place. If you have a legitimate reason why, then I can make an exception so that you won't be arrested right away. Okay. So with that, I will issue that order to come into effect on, and I'm trying to do the quick referral. It will be on the 11th of September that will be in effect. Okay. I will set the matter for pretrial on October 5th at 1:30 in the afternoon in person at the Bothell Municipal Court. Not by Zoom, but in person. Your trial will be in the November trial term. Okay.
Okay.
With regard to court-appointed counsel, based on Ms. Pimentel's representations, I will make a preliminary finding that you do qualify for court-appointed counsel. It is only a preliminary finding because I will need an affidavit from you about your income, your assets, and your expenses. Without that affidavit, I don't actually have a legal basis for granting you court-appointed counsel, and I might have to reverse my decision and charge you attorney's fees, which I'm pretty sure you don't want to have happen. So please get me that affidavit. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll see you on October 5th. Take care.
Okay. Mr. John, go come on up, please. But I'm seeing.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Drungo, cause number 3A0644123. This is a new site. This is an allegation of violation of a protection order. This does have a domestic violence tag associated with, given the underlying nature of the temporary order that looks like is currently in place. This is from the 27th. I did have the opportunity to go over the maximum penalty with him. We also discussed the charge itself, as well as all the constitutional rights he has that attached to the charge. He's indicating he has no additional questions at this time, and so we are prepared to move forward with the arraignment.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Drungo.
Good morning.
Am I pronouncing your last name properly?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Is Derek Terrell Drungo your true name?
Yes, it is.
Ms. Pimentel just told me she went over quite a bit of information with you this morning, including the constitutional rights that attach at this time and the nature of the offense. Did you understand all of it?
Yes.
Ms. Pimentel.
We will acknowledge receipt of the complaint, waive formal reading, and enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Not guilty plea will enter. I've had a chance to review the police reports, did make a finding of probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
The city is not requesting bail since Mr. Drungo has no warrant history. City's just requesting standard DV conditions.
Ms. Pimentel?
There's no objection to those conditions. We did go over those. It sounds like I did also indicate to him, obviously, the options in regards to counsel moving forward. So he's going to figure that out. If the court is willing to release him today, he will figure that out before the court date.
All right. I do see that the alleged victim in the case is, or the mother of the alleged victim in this case is present. Did she wish to be heard, or is this just an observation, Ms. Yell?
I believe she wants to be heard.
And I'm going to apologize, ma'am. Is it Kamishi? Is that Kamishi Zuleka? I apologize for the mispronunciation.
Yeah, you can just call me Zuli. And I don't know whether to be heard or not, but I just wish things didn't get to this point.
Okay. I appreciate that. I will take that into consideration. I think that that is consistent with the recommendation. So, Mr. Drungo, I am going to release you on your personal recognizance at this time on the following conditions. You need to notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address, have no new criminal law violations for which there is probable cause, make an appointment with your attorney, make it to that appointment. They can't help you if you're not talking to them. Make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you in just a moment. I will require that you comply with any protection orders that are currently or that are in place and active. Okay. With that, I think that covers everything. I'll set the matter for pretrial on October 5th at 1:30 in the afternoon. That will be in person at the Bothell Municipal Court. And your trial will be in the November trial term. But again, your next court hearing will be October 5th at 1:30. Ms. Pimentel indicated that if she has gone over with you what you will need to do if you wish to be considered for court-appointed counsel. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So again, I always remind everyone, please move quickly. Attorney schedules fill up very quickly. So if you wish to hire counsel, get on their calendar as quickly as possible so that they're up to speed and ready to proceed with your case on the 5th and able to be there to represent you. If you wish to be considered for court-appointed counsel, same thing. You want to know what my answer is going to be as soon as possible. So get that information to me as well. Okay. Other than that, I will see you on October 5th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
All right, sir. Okay, return to yourself, please. Gentlemen, please.
Your Honor, the next matter we can address is Mr. Junquist. That's cause number 1A04-76758. This is on for pretrial. This is a little bit of a strange situation. He was arrested and has actually been incarcerated since his last court date here. I think that happened almost simultaneously. So unfortunately, we were not able to see that he had been arrested when the court issued the warrant. Madam Clerk did see him in custody, and so we did serve the warrant and had him transported since he has now been in custody for most of this year. We did submit to the court. What was that?
I said, oh my goodness, sorry.
Not being held on our case, obviously, but the warrant has now been served. We have submitted to the court a statement of defendant on plea of guilty. That's as to count 2. I believe the city is moving to dismiss counts 1 and 3 upon the court's acceptance of the plea. But he and I did go over that this morning. He's indicating, again, he has no additional questions. And so based on our conversation, I do believe he's making a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary decision.
All right. Good morning, sir. And I just want to confirm that you pronounce your last name. Do you pronounce it Junquist or Youngquist?
It's Junquist, Your Honor. Youngquist.
Thank you. I do have a document before me entitled Statement of Defendant on Plea of Guilty under cause number 1A04-76758 with your name on it. It also looks like you gave Ms. Pimentel permission to electronically sign this document on your behalf. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
And did you have a chance to read or have read to you the entire document prior to deciding to enter into this plea?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Did you have a chance to go over it in its entirety with Ms. Pimentel?
Yes, it did. Yes.
Was she able to answer any questions that you had about it?
I had no questions.
All right. Well, do you have any questions for me about the document?
No, not at all.
All right. Well, we get to go through this together. So starting on page 1,
Why?
paragraph 1
What do I have to
is
say?
Damien A. Youngquist, your true name.
Yes,
Are you 49 years old?
I am.
The highest level of education you've completed, some college.
Absolutely. Yes.
Paragraph 4 indicates the
What
crime
in
that
the
you are
heck is going
charged
on?
with
He's
that you intend to
49?
plead
Wow.
guilty to today is count 2, driving while license suspended in the second degree. The elements of that crime.
Now the fucking thing pauses.
Were set forth in the charging
No, there
documents
should
that
be
you
links. You
received.
can
Did you
post
go
the
through
link.
those
You just can't
elements
make
carefully
it, won't be
to make sure
clickable.
that they accurately describe the crime you intend to plead guilty to today?
Yes. Yeah.
And you understand those elements are what the city would have to prove in order to successfully convict you of the offense.
Yes, I do.
Paragraph 5 sets forth the constitutional rights that you give up by pleading guilty. They include the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury in the county where the crime was alleged to have been committed, the right to remain silent
Post a
before
link. You
and
can
during
post
trial
link.
and to refuse to testify against yourself, the right at trial to testify and to have witnesses testify for you. You also have the right at trial to hear and question any witnesses who would testify against you. You have the right to the presumption of innocence that would require the city to prove the elements we just went over beyond a reasonable doubt before a finding of guilt could enter against you, and you have a right to appeal that finding of guilt after trial. You understand that these are your constitutional rights and that by pleading guilty today, you will be giving them up in this case.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Paragraph 6 sets forth the consequences of your plea. Did you go through those carefully?
Yes.
Did you make sure that the prosecutor's recommendation that's written in paragraph 6C accurately reflects what they said they were going to recommend pursuant to the plea agreement?
It's linked at the top, Jonathan.
But you understand as the judge, I don't have to follow that recommendation or anyone's recommendation. I could sentence you to anything up to and including the maximum allowed by law, which in this case would be 364 days in jail, a $5,000 fine, and 2 years of probation. And if I did that, that would not be grounds for you to withdraw your guilty plea. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
Also understand if you are not a citizen of the United States, this plea could have immigration consequences.
Yes.
Did you go over all of these consequences with Ms. Pimentel?
I did. Yes.
I'm just checking one thing really quickly here. I was looking, there's no additional suspension of his license because of this, is there?
There is a mandatory 1-year additional suspension. We did go over that. The box should be checked.
It is indicated in there, but it is not checked on my form because there's no check boxes on my form for some reason. So, but you are aware that there will be an additional suspension or revocation of your license or privilege to drive for an additional year on this matter?
Yes. Yeah, I understand.
All right. So, taking all of those consequences into consideration, is it still your intent to plead guilty today?
Yes, it is.
Has anyone made any threats or promises to get you to plead guilty today?
No,
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
I am.
And before I go on, Ms. Pimentel, did you discharge your duties pursuant to Padilla and Sandoval?
I did, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Youngquist, has paragraph 11 is a statement in your own words of what you did that makes you guilty of this offense. It reads as follows. On May 18th of 2021, in the city of Bothell, Washington, I drove a motor vehicle while my license was revoked in the second degree after Department of Licensing mailed notice of the suspension to the last address they had for me on record, and I was not eligible for reinstatement at the time I was pulled over. Is that a true and accurate statement?
That is accurate, yes.
Do you adopt that statement as your own?
I do.
Then to the charge of driving while license suspended in the second degree, as charged here under this cause number in count 2, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Guilty plea will enter. I find it's knowingly voluntarily made and that there is a legal and factual basis for accepting the defendant's plea of guilty. Does the city have anything to add to its recommendation?
Nothing to add, Your Honor. City just
Melanie, I would love to give him lots of points right now, but you guys know I can't run that program at the same time as doing the stream. But I will make sure he goes on the list. I promise, Toby. You're going to get lots of points. Don't worry. I really do remember who helps me out. Don't you worry.
request you follow this agreed recommendation. And if it's entered, we'll dismiss. We move to dismiss counts 1 and 3.
I will grant city's motions to dismiss
Thank you,
counts 1 and
Sashina.
3. Ms. Pimentel.
We're asking the court to follow the agreed upon recommendation, which is basically credit for time served and close. Again, he has fairly significant charges that are pending. I think he'd just like to get this sort of put behind him once he is released from custody, whenever that may be. Obviously, we'll have the opportunity to start working on his license again.
Sashina, remind me to
when that time
give
comes.
everybody 50,000 points.
Mr. Youngquist, this is your opportunity to tell me anything that you would like me to take into consideration before I pass sentence.
I think it's all pretty settled, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. I'm just taking a look here. All right. I will follow this recommendation. I will impose 5 days in jail. I will give credit for 5 days served, make a finding that given the totality of the circumstances and the length of incarceration, I will make a finding of current indigency and waive any non-mandatory costs, fees, and assessments and close the case. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you. Take care.
Thank you.
Sashina's abusing a position of power, adding 5 million. Okay, Sashina. Okay, though. How about if you comment on this video, you'll get 5 million.
And the last matter that was transported is Mr. Phillips. That's cause number 1A0305833. This is also one for pretrial. We did submit to the court a statement of defendant on plea of guilty. This is as to count 1, which is driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree. Looks like per the docket that the court did not find PC on count 2, which is operating vehicle without ignition interlock. However, I believe the city will formally be moving to dismiss count 2 upon the court's acceptance of the plea. Again, I did go over that with Mr. Phillips. He has indicated he has no additional questions at this time and did give me permission to attach his electronic signature on that document.
Good morning, Mr. Phillips.
Good morning.
I have a document before me.
Toby, it's the most lenient court and the strictest Home Depot ever.
All right. Under your cause number 1A0305833, called a statement of defendant on plea of guilty. Looks like you gave Ms. Pimentel permission to electronically sign this document on your behalf. Is that correct? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Did you have a chance to read or have read to you this entire document prior to deciding to enter into this plea?
Yes.
Do you have a chance to go over it in its entirety with Ms. Pimentel?
Yes.
Was she able to answer any questions that you had about it? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me about the document?
No.
All right. We're going to go through this together starting on page 1, paragraph 1. Is Donovan L. Phillips your true name?
Yes.
Are you 42 years old?
Yes.
Is the highest level of education you've received an Associate's of Arts degree?
Yes.
Paragraph 4 indicates the crime that you
Higher
are
than
charged
me.
with that you intend to plead guilty to today is 1 count of driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree. The elements of that crime were set forth in the charging document that you received. Did you go through those elements carefully to make sure that they accurately describe the crime you intend to plead guilty to today. So I apologize, Mr. Phillips, because we're on Zoom. Sometimes if you're not close enough to the microphone, it doesn't pick up what you're saying.
Yes.
Paragraph 5 sets forth the constitutional rights that you give up by pleading guilty. They include the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury in the county where the crime was alleged to have been committed, the right to remain silent before and during trial, to refuse to testify against yourself, the right at trial to hear and question any witnesses who would testify against you. You also have the right to testify and to have witnesses testify for you. Those witnesses could be made to appear at no expense to you. You have the right to the presumption of innocence. It requires that a charge be proven beyond a reasonable doubt before a finding of guilt could enter against you, and you have a right to appeal that finding of guilt after trial. Do you understand that these are your constitutional rights and that by pleading guilty today, you will be giving them up in this case?
Yes.
Paragraph 6 sets forth the consequences of your plea. Did you go through those carefully?
Yes.
Did you make sure that the prosecutor's recommendation that's written in paragraph 6C, that it accurately reflects what they said they were going to recommend pursuant to the plea agreement?
Yes.
But you understand, as the judge, I don't have to follow that recommendation or anyone's recommendation. I could sentence you to anything up to and including the maximum allowed by law, which in this case would be 90 days in jail, $1,000 fine, and 2 years of probation. And if I did that, that would not be grounds for you to withdraw your guilty plea. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I also understand that if you are not a citizen of the United States, this plea could have immigration consequences.
Yes.
Did you go over all of these consequences with Ms. Pimentel? I'm sorry?
Yes.
And Ms. Pimentel, did you discharge your duties pursuant to Padilla and Sandoval?
I did, Your Honor.
Mr. Phillips, has anyone made any threats or promises to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily then?
Yes.
Paragraph 11 is a statement in your own words of what you did that makes you guilty of this offense. It reads as follows. On March 30th of 2021 in the city of Bothell, Washington, I did drive a motor vehicle while my license was suspended in the 3rd degree for unpaid traffic tickets after DOL mailed notice of the suspension to the last address they had for me on record. Is that a true and accurate statement?
Yes.
Do you adopt that statement as your own?
Yes.
Then to the charge of driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree as charged here under this cause number, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty plea will enter. I find it's knowingly voluntarily made and that there is a legal and factual basis for accepting the defendant's plea of guilty. Does the city have anything to add to its recommendation?
The city requests you follow this agreed recommendation. City also moves to dismiss count 2.
I will grant city's motion to dismiss count 2. Ms. Pimentel.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to follow this recommendation. Again, it's he has actually served a significant amount of time. I think for a charge like this, he's served a total of about 13 days with a prior booking. And so we are asking the court to follow the recommendation, which is again to impose that credit and close the case. I would ask the court also to waive any non-mandatory fines and costs. He has not yet been arraigned on those Lake Forest Park cases. I'm not really sure what is going to happen there, whether he will remain in custody, but he owes a significant amount of legal financial obligations.
All right. Mr. Phillips, this is your opportunity to tell me anything that you would like me to take into consideration before I pass sentence.
100%.
All right. I will follow the recommendation. I will impose 13 days in jail. I will give you credit for 13 days served. I will make a finding that based on the totality of the circumstances, that any legal financial obligations would not be appropriate and waive all of them. And close the case. All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you. All right, sir. Take yourself, please.
And those are the matters that were transported. Going back to address, we have a couple of matters that were not to address. The first is Mr. Gutierrez Reales, cause number 3A0400910. Looks like this is on for arraignment. He was picked up on a warrant.
All right. City's position.
City's requesting is to maintain the $3,000 bail and set it over.
All right. I will maintain bail. We'll see Mr. Gutierrez Ruelas when we can get him here.
Next is Mr. Hartman, cause number 3A06211754. This is a new booking, looks like from the 26th.
City's position.
City is requesting to maintain the $5,000 bail and set it over.
I did make finding a probable cause over the weekend. Given the numerous warrant history, I will maintain bail.
Okay, we're gonna back that up for a minute and just do what I thought about doing here, and I'll interrupt it as it happens, okay? Let's start.
A new booking, looks like from the 26th.
City's position.
Doggy style, followed by reverse cowgirl?
City is requesting to maintain the $5,000 bail and set it over.
I did make finding a probable cause over the weekend. Given the numerous warrant history, I will maintain bail and I will see Mr. Hartman when we can get him here.
Next is Mr. Jura, cause number 3A040347. This is on for arraignment. We have not been able to get Mr. Jura. Transport has indicated both that he is in an observation unit as well as he requires a 2-person transport. I just want to make sure that we are getting him if we are able to, despite the fact that he does require that 2-person transport. If that makes sense. It's unclear if that's why he's not coming or if it is because he's in an observation unit and he's not able to be borrowed out. It's a little bit unclear, but I think he's been in there now for a while. So I think we
Toby, making my Friday night. Thank you again. I checked my PP. I love checking PP. How much puck is too much puck? Depends. Depends how you pucky. No, seriously, this court, sometimes I get it, and then sometimes I just don't get it. But thank you again, Toby, very, very much. It will be well noted. My prayer hands extends the cleavage. Which ones? I have a few. I mean, what? I've never heard of that. I have cleavage? Weird. I don't know. I definitely didn't plan my outfit around it.
need to.
He also being held on the Superior Court matter?
I believe so. He was arraigned, I believe, at the end of last week. Last time I had looked.
So bail is set there in the amount of $7,500 as far as I can tell. Okay.
Oh, but you're getting close to paying for my nails getting done. I like it.
All right. City's position with regard to Mr. Jura.
The city's requesting is to maintain the $2,000 bail.
All right. I will note for the record that if possible, we need to have Mr. Jura transported sooner rather than later, and hopefully can coordinate that with a 2-person transport.
Next is Mr. Levitt, cause number 3A05935838 and 82. One is a driving while license suspended 3rd degree. Again, one is a controlled substance possession under the new statute. Again, these are new bookings. It does not look like he was transported.
All right. I did have a chance to review. The police reports did make findings of probable cause. What is the city's request?
City's requesting bail be set in $2,000 for the first cause number and $200 for the second cause number, ending in 583.
All right. On the cause number ending in 82, I will set bail given the failure to appear history that I can see here in these current outstanding warrants. I will set bail as requested. On the driving while license suspended 3rd degree. I'll set a nominal bail of $100 on that so that he receives credit. All right. I believe that's everybody on the calendar. Is that correct?
That is everyone I can see, yes.
All right. So with that, court will be in recess.
Oh my God, we did 44 minutes. Okay, look at us. 2 hours done. No, what the fuck? Do you think I ever sit and watch a 4K virtual hike through the Canadian forest with nature sounds? No offense. Hey, I hit pause. You need to fucking pause. You're fucking kidding me right now. Seriously, you can't even see it because it's Creed framed on the screen capture, which is odd to me. Let's see if it fixes when I reopen it. There you go, look. So this is a virtual hike through the Canadian forest with nature sounds, incredible nature of British Columbia. They are using me. YouTube daddy, somebody, they're like, oh yeah, she's a great ambassador. People love her boobs. We want them to come where she talks about being all the time. Yes. Seriously, I feel used right now. Do you know what the odds of making me happy with starting any court video would have been? 100%. The odds of me being happy with this? 0%. I know what you're doing, YouTube daddy. Yeah, the game is on. I've diversified. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Give me a minute. I did say we had something else, but I couldn't. It was not a fucking virtual hike. Okay, everybody take a minute. Go take a potty break. We're going to be streaming is paused. Or Jennifer they'll have to work twice as hard to for how cheap and cringy this channel is. I guess. I don't know why my cheap cringiness would affect other channels. But if it makes them work harder, that's probably good. Lucky for them. Yeah. Production value very low here. Very low. Okay. Let's I'm literally gonna pause it so that I can grab the other stuff. Give me one moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Get a drink. Light a joint. I don't know. Be a bitch if you want.
I'm gonna put them in there, okay? You appreciate
Charlie. Are y'all ready to begin? All right, we are now streaming live on YouTube. Good afternoon. Today is August 4th, 2023. I'm Judge Kate Johnson. I will be presiding over today's calendar. Now, if you are having any problems hearing me, please raise your hand to let me know, as there are a few things I need to go over with you before starting this calendar. Now, listen carefully because it will better help you understand the nature and the
Look how
Better help you
fucking
understand
cringy
the
low
nature
quality
and the
is.
purpose of today's proceeding. First, I am not here to take a plea or try your case or have any legal discussion with you about the specifics of your case. The purpose of first appearance is to inform you of certain rights, inform you of the charges against you, advise you of certain rights, set bonds for those offenses for which I'm authorized to set bond, schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent, so please do not attempt to tell me any specifics about your case or any legal defenses that you may have. As I stated earlier, we are streaming live on YouTube, and this hearing is being recorded as well. Well, it is. And so anything you say during this proceeding can and will be held against you in later proceedings. Now, during this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights: the rights to the presumption of innocence, the right to an indictment by a grand jury for felonies or accusation by misdemeanors, to a speedy and public jury trial, to compel the attendance of witnesses, see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you, to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense, or to have an attorney represent you. And if you cannot afford one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify. Also, if you are not a U.S. citizen, some charges may adversely affect your immigration status, so you will need to consult with an attorney. Now, some of you will be allowed to post what we call unrestricted bonds for the release from jail pending the prosecution of your case. These bonds may be set in three ways: cash, commercial, or property. If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of cash together with any mandated fees to the sheriff's office, who will hold it until your final court date, at which time your cash will be returned to the person who posted it. Now, if you do not have that full amount in cash, you could also use a commercial bonding company who may take up to 15% of the bond as their service. This fee will not be returned to you. Now, you may also have someone post a property bond so long as that net equity in that property is at least 3 times the amount of your bond. For example, if I set a bond for $2,000, your property must have at least $6,000 in equity to qualify as a property bond. Now, each of you will have as a condition of your bond that you are not to violate any laws while you're out on bond. But some of you will have additional special conditions that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places. If you have a no contact provision on your bond, this means you must stay away from and have no contact with the victim. You may not call, text, email, write a letter to, or contact through any social media platform. You can't even do something nice, such as sending them flowers or a nice song. As nice as this appears, it will violate your bond. Now, if I tell you not to return to a particular location, that means you cannot go back to that location for any reason. If this no return location is a shared residence, meaning you reside there with the victim, please let me know, because I will then authorize you to go back, but only while accompanied by a law enforcement officer. This must be done, and this is to get your personal belongings that are not in dispute. You will need to make this appointment within 10 days of being released from jail. Now, unfortunately, some percentage of you will come back into custody on a bond revocation because you didn't take what I'm saying very seriously. You will return to your home and dating or reconciling with the victim. And it's all good until it's not. The moment the victim becomes upset, police are called, and now you are arrested with no bond. So just follow the order until your case is resolved or your bond is modified with the help of your attorney. Now, if you do violate the bond order and the court considers your contact intimidating or harassing, you could receive additional felony charges such as aggravated stalking or influencing a witness. These type of charges carry a punishment of up to 20 years in prison or $20,000 in fines. Also, if you are the spouse, family member, or friend or of the alleged victim, he or she will not be allowed to post your bond because they are the victim. Also, you are not allowed to talk to the victim while you are still detained in jail. Now, some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized to set bond. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County. Also, if you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set a bond. Whether a bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has an opportunity to consider your new arrest. Now, listen closely to this part. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is enough evidence or probable cause to keep you detained on your charges. If you bond out, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived because you are out of jail. Now, if you are charged with misdemeanors only, when you come before the court, I will ask you if you wish to waive your preliminary hearing. What that does is simply move your case from magistrate court to state court faster. That's it. It does not affect your any rights. It doesn't affect your bond amount, your ability to make bond or anything like that. It simply allows us to send it over to the state court faster. This court does not have any preference as to whether or not you waive your preliminary hearing. However, I will caution you not to waive your preliminary hearing if you are not sure that you can make bond. Now, when I ask you if you want to waive your preliminary hearing, if you then ask me what that means or I don't understand, I will simply go ahead and set you down for a preliminary hearing because I don't want you waiving anything that you don't understand. Again, if you bond out, you don't have to worry about the preliminary hearing because it is waived. Finally, I'm about to read the oath to you. If I can get everybody to please raise their right hand. What about the males?
They're right there in the back of the females, Your Honor. They can hear.
Okay. Yes. All right. So do you swear and affirm that the information that you're about to give this court, as well as the information that you place on your form for a court-appointed counsel is true and accurate? If so, please state I do.
I do.
All righty. So we're going to start with the females first.
Hold on. No, Your Honor. Hold on one second, Your Honor.
Judge, we're gonna do Jacoby Dixon first.
Okay.
Here for I think he's been here 3 to 4 days, so we're gonna do him first.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the 3 guys from housing unit 5 and 1 from 8.
Okay, and what are their names?
Therese Williams, Stanley Davis.
Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, you said Therese Williams, and who else?
Hey, first we'll be doing William Stovall.
And who else?
William Stovall. Everybody know that. Stovall, Williams, and Davis.
And Davis? Okay.
Battle. Well, no, Dixon is first.
I can't pause. Toby, have a good night. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it.
Is that Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Dixon, you are charged with pointing a gun at another. That bond is set at $5,000. Reckless conduct, that bond is set at $5,000. Obstruction, that bond is set at $2,000. And loitering.
Well, now you pause. Sure, great. Okay, thank you again, Toby. Appreciate you so much. Laughing very hard inside at your guys' side comments about why people are trolling. You don't think it's because I earlier angered the gods by being like, I miss the trolls. Remember? Also, Melanie, what a lovely compliment. You wonder why there and Lisa too, you wonder why there's not more upset spouses in this group because I make everybody happy. That's why. That's why.
That bond is set at
So pull up. This is gonna be
for a total bond of $13,000. You must stay away and have no contact with Akeem Nixon, Marshall Carrington, and Jesse Clark Jones. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. You understand the charges and the special conditions of your bond. Do you, sir? Hello, yes, no, maybe?
I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Did you hear your bond?
It was 13,000. You can write it down in that paper.
13,000. Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all righty. And do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? Okay, hold on.
You can answer the questions after she's done giving you your information. You can see them at the same time.
All right, so I'm going to set your preliminary hearing for August 29th at 8:30 a.m. Remember, if you bond out, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm also going to appoint an attorney to you. Oh, wait a minute. Ms. Baskin.
Yes, Judge.
I have another set of warrants for Mr. Dixon. And it's, but it didn't come, I don't have a bond sheet. It's obstruction and loitering. It was attached to the back of this. Look, it appears that this one was taken on August 1st. And this one was taken out. It doesn't look related to this case. Yes, a different location where the incident occurred as well. This happened. Oh, wait a minute. So this happened, the initial one, what I just gave him happened November 2nd of 2021.
Yeah. Yes, it looks like he has 4 charges, 2 from 2021 and 2 from 2023.
Okay, so I don't have the bond. I need another bond order with the obstruction and loitering on it. I don't have that one.
Okay.
Okay, and so, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him that bond amount. Obstruction, I'm gonna do the 2,000, and then loitering, I'm gonna do 1,000. So for that bond, for those charges, your total bond will be $3,000. All right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
So one set of charges is 13,000, and the other set of charges is 3,000. All righty, good luck to you, sir.
Well, she got a.
Hey, thank you.
Let me know what.
You can go.
Yeah, grab a second. Come on. Yeah, second. Would you like this? We have Mr. Battle, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Battle.
No, he gave me Monday. Hey, what's wrong with? No.
Mr. Battle.
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with conspiracy to commit a crime. Your bond is denied. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 28th at 8:30 a.m.
Oh, I'm leaving the house. That's for that.
That's your preliminary hearing date is August 28th at 8:30 a.m. And I have also appointed an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir.
Bro, hey, he going back?
Yes, he goes back.
But it's battle.
No, they going back together.
Hey, who's the next? Send the next one now.
Send the next one out. And then battle.
That's battle right there.
Wait a minute.
Okay, come on, Williams. Nah, I'm cool. Walk there. Oh, no, okay. I read Mr. Williams, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Williams, you're charged with sexual assault. The three of us in there together. Set that bond at $10,000, and you must stay away from Rajan Kara, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Isn't that the truth, MB? What a good point. This is such a difference to when we see Big D do court. Now, I'm going to say this in everybody's defense. I've worked Saturdays and weekends at places before, and the vibe is different. Okay? Things run differently on the weekends if they're a Monday to Friday standard place. Okay? We've always joked that Judge Dan is there. Well, I have in my head that Judge Dismissal Dan was there for, whatever, like a fake reason on the weekends when nobody was supposed to be there. But in reality, I do sense a real difference as to how this whole situation is being run. Like in his hearings, it's quiet. I don't know what the fuck they tell them. I bet they tell them some mythical fucking thing. Like, listen, dude, this guy fucking dismisses cases left, right, and center. That's what I would say. I'd be like, "Look, you know what? You fucking hit the lottery. You got dismissal day. Okay? All you have to do is sit here fucking silent. He's going to be fair to you. And he might dismiss. He's going to dismiss somebody's. He's going to dismiss. I can almost guarantee one of you people right now are going to get a dismissal if you shut the fuck up and just listen to this judge. I can see that conversation happening very, very quickly. And again, he always comes through. There's always a dismissal. So we remember that one night there wasn't. Even he remarked on it. We all did. We were all blue-balled that night. But seriously, again, some judges handle things differently. I think Judge Dan garners a lot of respect because he just fucking deals with shit instead of pushes it off. You know how many people are like, oh, well, that paperwork will get fixed later, as opposed to him being like, no, you're done. Out, they can refile it, which is probably the right thing to do. I respect that. And I think probably the average person who works in a prison might understand that too, because those people probably whine all the fucking time. You know? Anyways, okay, let's continue watching.
Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, I want to go to preliminary hearing.
Okay, all righty.
Your Honor, I got into a fight with him in a room. These guys don't have nothing to do with it, so I don't know why they could charge me with conspiracy. It was me and Vic. They don't have nothing to do with nothing at all. The lieutenant is doing it. The guy didn't even want to press charges or write a statement. He didn't write a statement or press charges. So these conspiracy charges, I don't understand why they got. I got into a fight with him over some money he owed me.
All right, and so I'm setting your preliminary hearing for 8:30 a.m. I guess they'll deal with that at the preliminary hearing. That is not, I can't deal with that in first appearance.
Okay.
Did you complete a appointed form?
No, I just signed it.
All right, I'm gonna appoint an attorney to you for this case, all right?
Good night, Beverly.
What's your last name? Stovall. Stay right there. All right, we have Mr. Stovall, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, they're going back together. All right, and I'll go tell them or tell them what's the first female. I don't think they.
Who do you have now?
Mr. Stovall.
Stovall, all right. No.
It's like going to the airport and at night versus during the day.
Okay, you just hold on. I can't seem to.
Shit, all of a sudden it's just smooth at night. Judge Dan's there. He's just everything's working. Everyone quiet. None of this fucking.
I'm going to get later. All right, Mr. Stovall, you're charged with conspiracy. That bond is set at $12,000, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yeah.
Nobody prepared for a question on the weekends. These people.
Mr. Stovall, your chart,
Conspiracy to do what? $12,000.
Hold on one sec. Hold on one second.
She needs a Larry, apparently. So do I. I don't talk about it.
Day in court. Okay, your preliminary hearing is August 28th at 8:30 a.m.
How much you said my bond was?
12,000.
All right.
And I am going to appoint an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir.
Mr. Williams, come on. Mr. Davis. Go. Davis. Davis, right? What's your last name? It's my personal property. No, I said your last name. I don't have. You don't have a last name? No. So what you got?
Okay. We're going back. We're going to hear him say it again. I want to hear your guesses on what his only name is. He ain't got no last name. So he's only going to give us a name. What is it? Listen to the judge exchange here. Sorry, the guard exchange here. Oh my God. You can not see the guard, but you can see the dude who's trying to say, I don't have a last name. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Is his name gonna is is it gonna be long or short? That's the question right now. I can only make that kind of determination. Long. He has one long first name. That's my guess. Something very long. Take a moment, you guys. Put something in the chat. There's only like 14 of you. So like maybe 3 of you. Bay. Thank you, MB. I like Bay. Boo boo baby. What if he says, I'm boo boo baby? D's nuts, Moonfox. Prince. Boo boo. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. Listen again. Listen carefully to this. This literally just cracked me right up.
And I am going to appoint an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir.
Mr. Williams. Come on. Mr. Davis. Davis. Davis, right? What's your last name?
It's my personal property.
No, I said your last name.
I don't have.
You don't have a last name?
No.
So what you got?
I have property, but I don't not get consent to use.
They're not sure.
Appreciate that.
Is this Mr. Stanley Davis?
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, the name you just mentioned is common law copyrighted property, and I'm the sole owner of that particular property. I have given public notice of my ownership of that property.
All right, y'all,
Hey, that's quite all right. That's fine. He can say that if he wants to.
It's a female for his use. Set forth in a copyright notice. I have on record with it. The Superior Court Clerk Office of Claims.
All right, so on the conspiracy to commit a crime, Mr. Davis, or your other name, your bond is hereby denied, and your preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 28th at 8:30 a.m. Let me see, what is it? Yeah, your bond is hereby denied, but I am going to go ahead and appoint an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir.
Yep, go ahead and get them. Hey, y'all, we're about to start with the females.
You're gonna start, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Adams.
We're gonna start with Miss Adams, y'all.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God, beautiful. That was so beautiful.
All right, ma'am, you are charged with fighting words. That bond is set at 1,500, and battery, that bond is set at 2,000 for a total bond of $3,500.
Ma'am, did you just say fighting words? Okay, sort of that's my main bread and butter. We gotta go back. Also, are they fucking going off in the background about his obsidian? Oh my God, I can't believe we got a soft obsidian. You see, maybe Larry was being. No, I picked this. Look at me thinking of Larry. This is such a different place than when it's Judge Big D. He's so wow.
All right, ma'am, you are charged with fighting words. That bond is set at 1,500, and battery, that bond is set at 2,000 for a total bond of $3,500. You must stay away from Christopher Johnson and Armani Woods, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your bond?
Your Honor, she couldn't hear the bond amount. The computer was going out a little bit.
Fighting words, $1,500. Battery, $2,000 for a total bond of $3,500. And she must stay away from Christopher Johnson and Armani Woods. And do you understand the charges and the special conditions?
Yes.
Who you fighting, girl? Seriously, that's all I can think of. Who you fighting?
All righty. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
She's asking you, do you want to wait your preliminary? You can ask her after this if she.
Yes, can I ask you a question, please, Your
Go
Honor?
ahead.
Okay, so the dude is my brother. They've been staying with me. The girl, she's been in the holding tank with me all this time. So I've been with her throughout the whole process. So we need to separate. We probably need to be separated.
Slow down.
They probably
Okay.
need to order a test.
All I'm asking, I'm not asking about the specifics of your case. I'm saying, do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to bond out?
Yes, as soon as I can get on the phone.
Okay.
Can you please clean up off my podium? Thank you.
And deputy, make sure they sign the updated form and not that old form, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and so you're waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you have any other questions, ma'am? I know you were saying that's your brother and that's.
Well, I'm saying the girl, we've been together the whole time, so how would we really stay away if they got us together the whole time?
Okay, but once you get out of jail.
Okay.
When you
Thank
have
you.
control over it, all right. Good luck to you.
All right, that's the. As soon as she finishes,
So which one was the girl? We gotta know now. Which one was when she was locked up for fighting?
What's your name, ma'am?
Aisha Barnes.
All right, Ms. Bowman. Ms. Barnes, you are charged with criminal trespass, damage to property. That bond is set at $1,500. And you cannot have any violent or harassing contact with Marcus Williams. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your bond?
Yes, I do.
All right, do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
All right, I'm gonna set your preliminary hearing for August the 29th at 8:30 a.m. And you're going to be released today, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did you fill out a court-appointed form?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna appoint an attorney to you.
Thank you.
And so make sure that you're not having any more problems with, it's not worth it with Mr. Williams, okay?
Okay, I'm not.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
What's your name, ma'am?
Demisha Brown.
Last name is Brown.
Yeah.
All righty. You're charged with disorderly conduct. That bond is set at $1,500. You may not return to the buggy ride and share rental car place. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
No, all right. Your preliminary hearing is going to be scheduled for 8/29 at 8:30 a.m. If you bond out, you don't have to worry about that date.
Okay, so if I'm going out, you saying I gotta go to court now?
You don't have to go to that court, no ma'am, you don't.
They're gonna send you one in the family. Make sure your address correct.
And it appears that you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I am appointing one to you.
Okay,
Good
yeah.
luck to you, ma'am.
I need it.
All righty, good luck, ma'am.
So what do y'all think of the podium? That's what's up. That's right.
Oh my goodness, look at her hair. Of course, Moonfox Studio. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I love you guys talking about your football stuff. I'm not going to pretend to know much about it. You know me. Bit of a hockey girl. I love that coffee. No, hockey. 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 Uh, this girl's hair, oh my gosh. A little envious. I wish I had my hair colored all the time. We're gonna start by getting my nails done before I go to Florida. It's gonna be a blast.
Who's the next person?
Angelique Glover.
Spell your last name?
Glover, Glover.
Oh, Glover. Okay,
Yes.
Ms. Glover, you charged with battery family violence. That bond is set at 8,000, and you must stay away from Conita Benson. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna set that down for 8/29 at 8:30 a.m. If you bond out, you don't have to worry about that date. I'm also gonna go ahead and appoint you an attorney. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
All righty, good luck to you.
Stop leaning. Stand up straight.
State your name.
Amber Goodson.
All right, Ms. Wilson. Ms. Goodson, you are charged with criminal trespass, and I've set that bond at $2,000. And you must stay away from 447 Morrow Road in Forest Park. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Please opt for to speak with a judge about being sentencing for guilty or not guilty.
No, this is a preliminary hearing. So I'm going to go ahead and set you down for August 29th.
Night, MB.
At 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
Good luck to you, ma'am.
You go step back in next.
What's your name, ma'am?
Yeah, McCowan.
What's Tiara McCowan?
Yes.
All right, Ms. McCowan, you are charged with driving on an invalid tag. That bond is set at 500, no license 500, fleeing from police 2,000, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce 500, for a total bond of $3,500. Do you understand the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
All right, I'm going to set that for August 29th at 8:30 a.m. And I have appointed an attorney to you. You have any questions, ma'am? All right, good luck to you.
Yes, I'll step up. Go to the wall, then everybody to the wall.
State your name.
Brenda Molina.
Oh, Molina?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're charged with theft by taking. That bond is set at 2,000, and you must stay away from Reginald Perkins. And you may not return to 1475 McDonough Road in Hampton, Georgia. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
All righty, I'm gonna go ahead and set that down for August the 29th at 8:30 a.m.
At 8:30?
Yes, ma'am. If you bond out, you don't have to worry about this court date. All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Am I also appointed an attorney to you?
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Slide.
State your name. I'm sorry.
April Nash.
All right, Ms. Nash, you are charged with kidnapping. That bond is set at 15,000. You must stay away from Lalaney Crawford and Delisha Crawford. You may not return to 5437 Riverdale Road. And I've set your preliminary hearing date for August 28th at 8:30 a.m. Do you understand your charges and the special conditions of your bond?
Ma'am, may I ask you a question?
Sure.
I got incarcerated on the 1st. They charged me with interfering in child custody. The police called while I was in the car because the son was in the child and the child's father was in the car. I gave them a ride. I do Uber rides. So I gave them a ride. So when I got locked up, they didn't bring, listen, hold on, shut up. He didn't want to bring the baby back because he thought he was going to get incarcerated. So I told him that I would bring the baby back. So I brought the baby back for him. So
Okay, that's not, ma'am, that's not what the warrant says.
So I'm trying to figure out how did I get charged with, I'm sorry, how did I get charged with both of those?
Only thing you're charged, ma'am, listen, you have one charge. The charge is kidnapping. I will read the warrant to you, and it says that you did on 8/1/23 commit the offense of kidnapping when you drove off with Lainey Crawford's 3/9/22, the child of Delisha Crawford, without her permission.
The father was in that vehicle also.
Okay, well,
I understand that. Okay, but man, I understand, but what I'm saying is, I got locked up on the 1st. They charged me with interfering in child custody.
They obviously changed the charge to kidnapping.
So let me ask you a question. So do I still have those charges from the 1st, or no? I don't have those anymore.
No, you don't have. You only have one charge, which is kidnapping.
And so the ones that's in the system now, it's going to be out the system. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
They only charge you with one. 2,000. They only charge you with one.
And you said it's 15,000?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And I've set your preliminary hearing for August 28th. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am. And I've also appointed an attorney to you.
All right. Thank you.
What's your name? All right, Ms. Shields, you are charged with criminal trespass. That bond is set at 1,000. Obstruction, that bond is set at 2,000. For a total bond of $3,000, you may not return to 1591 Phoenix Boulevard in College Park, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
For the Phoenix.
Do you wish to? Okay, I'm going to set you down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m. Good luck. I'm also going to appoint an attorney to you.
Old case.
All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Hello, Armani Woods.
I think this is the girl she found.
What's your last name?
Woods.
Oh, Amani Woods.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
Woods, you are charged with cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. That bond is set at 3,000. Battery, that bond is, cruelty, that bond is set at 2,000. Battery, that bond is set at 1,500 for a total bond of $3,500. You must stay away from Aja Adams, and you may not return to 524 Hanover Parkway. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your bonds?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, and I am gonna go ahead. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna set that down for August the 29th at 8:30 a.m.
All right, and if I bond out, that would be reset, right?
Right, and you won't have to, you don't worry about it once you bond out.
All right, so 3,500 bond and court date 8/29.
8/29 unless, right, and then you don't have to worry about it if you bond out, and I have appointed an attorney to you. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
You as well. What's your name, ma'am?
Wesley Jones.
I couldn't hear you.
Wesley Jones.
Donna Wesley Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mister, you're charged with aggravated assault. Your bond is denied. Arson in the second degree, your bond is denied. Criminal trespass, that bond is $5,000. Possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, that bond is denied. And you must stay away from Stinson Jackson, and you may not return to 533 Sunny Hill Drive in Jonesboro, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions? If you bond, at some point, if you're able to bond out, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I am appointing an attorney to you. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for August the 28th at 8:30 a.m. And again, I have appointed an attorney to you. Good luck to you, ma'am. What's your name?
Alexa Zuniga.
All right, Alexa, you are charged with theft by taking. Now, bond is set at $2,000. You must stay away from Reginald Perkins, and you may not return to 1475 McDonough Road in Hampton, Georgia. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Set you down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m.
Yes, I will be live tomorrow.
It appears that you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I have appointed one to you. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Allie B, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, what's your name, sir? I can't.
Daniel Baker, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Baker, you're charged with aggravated assault. That bond is set at $10,000, and you must stay away from Conita Benson, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. I've set your preliminary hearing date for August 28th at 8:30 a.m. It appears that you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I am appointing one to you.
She put the 3, she in 3. That's, yeah, she is 3.
Oh, Allie B, sorry to hear that.
No, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thanks.
State your name.
Justin Bell.
All right, Mr. Bell. You are charged with simple battery. That bond is set at $1,500. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna try to, I got another charge, so I got to try to bond out of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m. Just in case. So if you bond out, you don't have to worry about it. Do you wish, would you like me to appoint you an attorney?
Hey, y'all be quiet in court.
All righty, I have appointed you an attorney. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Bell.
Hello, Miss Kate.
Good morning, good afternoon. All right, are you Mr. Aaron Berry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Bear, you're charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce. I've set that bond at $500. Loitering, I've set that bond at 1,000 for a total bond of $1,500. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I am gonna go ahead and appoint an attorney to you. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
I can't, get an R bond,
No, I can't give you OR bond. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? I'm gonna put you down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m. But if you bond out, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
God bless them.
Thank you. Say your name?
Leonard Carter.
Character? Leonard Character. Okay, you're charged with theft by receiving stolen property. That bond is set at 8,000, and you must not possess a weapon. Your preliminary hearing is August 28th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm also appointing an attorney to you. Do you have any questions?
No.
All righty, good luck to you, sir.
Next, y'all ain't get no blood. I'm get the water. Oh, here.
State your name for the record.
Yes.
Mr. Chance? All right, Mr. Chance, you're charged with obstruction. That bond is set at 2,000. Aggravated assault, that bond is set at 8,000 for a total bond of $10,000. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 28th at 8:30 a.m. And I am appointing an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir. State your name. All right, Mr. Epps, you are charged with simple battery. That bond is set at $1,000. You're also charged with simple assault. That bond is set at $1,500. You cannot have any violent contact or harassing contact with Chantrell Evans. You will be released today.
I'm getting released today.
Yes, sir. But whatever you do, do not go back and getting into it with Ms. Evans.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you come back, we're not gonna be this nice next time.
Okay.
I'm still gonna put you down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m.
Jonathan, you know that's what I would recommend, but I don't think you're hallucinating. The Tin Man appears when he appears, and I thank him for being here. I thank you all for being here. I know most of you have already liked the video, but make sure you have. Make sure you sub to this new channel. This judge, I'm sort of digging her, I'm sort of not. I don't know who in the fuck is doing the hair down at this Clayco jail. So, another thing that me and Presto are going to have to talk about one day.
And I am gonna go ahead and appoint an attorney to you. Mr. Epps, I'm counting on you to go and act right, okay?
I will.
No confrontation, none of that. All right? Good luck to you, sir. State your name.
Justin Gilliard.
Justin Gillard, your bond, excuse me, you are charged with simple assault. That bond is set is $1,000. Disorderly conduct, $1,500. Your total bond is $2,500. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Right.
No, he says. Also, I'm going to remind you the link tree is pinned at the top. There are 18 plus links at the bottom. You've been warned.
Okay, I'm gonna set you down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, right here.
Boy.
All right, so what's your name, sir?
Nathan Noy, Your Honor.
Nathan Noy. Okay, Mr. Noy, you are charged with violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. That bond is set at $5,000. VGCSA with the intent, $6,000. Use of possession of drug-related items, $500, for a total bond of $11,500. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty. I have appointed an attorney to you. All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey.
You're done, son. Move.
Say your name?
Is this a new guy?
Hold on one second. What's your last name?
Harris.
Harris. All right, Mr. Harris, you're charged with criminal trespass. That bond is set at $1,500. You may not return to 6726 Terra Boulevard, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. You understand the charges against you and your special conditions? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. I am appointing an attorney to you. And your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive?
Yes, ma'am.
You're able to bond out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll go ahead and waive that. All right, good luck to you, sir.
I have space cake.
No, that's don't worry. That's what I said. Don't worry about it. Got it, yeah.
They are hurting my mellow.
All right, what's your last name?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Bryan, you're charged with aggravated assault. That bond is denied. Attempting to purchase firearms. That bond is denied. And aggravated battery upon a public.
Nah, use it right there.
You might have to use it right here now.
You need to sign that. Hey, all these niggas here, what the hell?
Hold on.
This is like a scary episode of Law and Order SVU. You just like feel the uncomfortable truths of this.
It should be just a simple, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That bond, all three bonds are denied, and you must stay away from Shamira battle, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Your preliminary hearing is August 28th at 8:30 a.m. And I have appointed an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir. Is that your name?
Alfonso Lujan.
All right, Alfonso, you are charged with criminal trespass. That bond is set at 1,000, theft by taking 2,000, possession of a drug-related item 500, for a total bond of $3,500. And you may not return to 447 Morrow Road in Forest Park, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your bond? Yes?
Yes.
All right, I am appointing an attorney to you. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
You do? You are able to bond out?
No, I knew, no.
Okay, I'm going to set your preliminary hearing for August the 29th at 8:30 a.m. Good luck to you, sir.
Excuse, can you say his bond again?
3,500. State your name for the record, sir.
Gregory Martin II.
All right, Mr. Martin, you are charged with theft by shoplifting. That bond is set at $1,500. You may not return to Paradise LaGuardia, 6,000 North Terminal Parkway. And I've set your preliminary hearing for August 29th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm also appointing an attorney to you. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You said, could you repeat what you said? Because I was under the, they told me I was getting a signature bond.
They could have told you that.
Yesterday.
Make that decision but me today.
So you charged me $1,000 for $33 for a homeless man? I thought it was 500. Anything under 500, I thought it was anything under 500.
No, sir. I'm not sure where you're getting these rules from.
I mean,
let her
from
talk.
court around the world. I don't get a signature bond?
Judge, you already gave him his bond?
I didn't hear it.
I did. Hold on one second.
As a homeless man.
Okay, let her talk. You don't talk while the judge is talking. You don't talk while the judge is talking. Period.
Chill out, man.
Ain't no chill out. Judge, you don't gave him his bond because he can go.
Hold on one sec. Hold on one sec for me.
I think she made a mistake or she's reconsidering.
I think his name's Garcia.
You should.
Mr. Martin, no, you cannot get a signature bond. Mr. Martin, you've stayed with us more than you stayed at home. You have a long criminal history. No, I cannot give you a signature bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Let's go.
Where are you going?
Hold on one moment.
Hold up. I need to try to see what's going
And
on.
keep your hands behind your back.
Please do. Please do. Yeah, because this is a
Yeah, no.
No.
You're not gonna
Y'all
continue
not
talking.
gonna keep me down here for no $33. Hold up, man. Let me see what's going on.
Oh, so you saying you
I
did
could
it?
have been
Okay.
paid for that.
Stop
shit.
stealing.
I took it. I ain't steal it. I'm homeless.
You took it.
Under
Okay.
$500,000.
We live.
And
We
I
live.
paid, and I had a ticket. So they've been harassing me there. They locked me up here. I did a whole month. Every time I buy a ticket, they keep locking me up.
Okay.
And I was
Now
homeless,
she
so I
said,
bought
hold
a
on.
ticket. And I'm a rapper. So
A stealing rap.
I'm a
Okay.
legend.
You just said
Yeah.
you took it.
I'm a legend. Yeah. Dungeon Family. Yeah, Google it.
Oh, Dungeon Family been played. I didn't know that.
One thing about it, we still rich.
But you stealing $33.
I named Fish.
Judge, please.
My
I ain't even gonna keep
my royalties, my royalties haven't been released
Okay.
from 1997 from Can't Stop No
Oh, yeah.
Player.
Okay.
Mr. Martin.
Yes,
what is
ma'am.
it now? What is it that you're asking me?
Yes, ma'am. I was just trying to be clear of what you had going on because I had a ticket. These police have been harassing me at this airport.
Mr. Martin, I'm not
Every time
doing
they lock
that
me up,
with you.
I have a ticket.
Mr. Martin,
Yes,
your
ma'am.
bond should have been higher based upon your extensive criminal history. So I suggest
I
you
don't have
take the
criminal history.
1,500 and
I
walk
don't have
away.
a criminal history.
Hey, can we go ahead and move on? Let's go.
No.
Can we go?
He can go. He done.
He can
She
go.
done.
All right, let's go. Next man up.
Hey, how you doing, Your Honor?
Hello. Hold on one second. Did I give Mr. Martin? Giving Mr. Martin a court-appointed attorney.
You're the admin. You're not on here. Which? I got a female. Come on. I see, but your name ain't spelled like.
All right, what's your name?
Kendrick Carell McClendon.
All right, Mr. McClendon, you're charged with loitering. That bond is set at 1,000. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, that bond is set at 500. Giving a false name, that bond is set at $1,500 for a total bond of $3,000. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am, if I'm not able to get OR bond, ma'am.
Your preliminary hearing is set for August 29th at 8:30 a.m.
Time was that, ma'am?
Your preliminary hearing is August 29th at 8:30 a.m.
Okay, and if I, question, ma'am, if I was to bond out between now and that time, would I have a new court date or I would still have to show up to the same
Once
one?
you bond out, you don't have to worry about that court date anymore.
Okay,
It
all
goes
right.
away because you bonded out of jail.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, good luck to you. Oh, I'm also appointing an attorney to you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, good luck.
Okay.
I'm doing just great. Thanks for asking. Hold on one sec. All righty, and so what's your name, sir?
Yeah, no.
All right, Mr. Nellens. All right, Mr. Nellens, you're charged with Mr. Nellums. Insurance, no insurance, that bond is set at 1,000, no license on person, 500, trafficking, morphine, 10,000, use of drug-related item, 500, intent to deliver, 15,000. And then 3, Georgia violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. All 3 of those are set at 6,000 each for a total bond of $48,000. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 28th at 8:30 a.m. And I've also appointed an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir. What's your name? Okay, you're charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that bond is set at $500.
Ma'am, would it be okay if I do an OR bond? I got a big, oh no, it's my bad.
Going down.
All right, so, Mr. Nicole, your bond is set at $500, and no, you cannot have a signature bond based upon your criminal history. And then your preliminary hearing, I'm gonna set that down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And we have appointed an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
She said August 8th. August 28th, right, ma'am?
August 29th.
29th. Okay, thank you.
What's your name?
Jermaine Prince.
All right, Mr. Prince, you're charged with simple battery. That bond is set at $5,000. False imprisonment, $10,000 for a total bond of $15,000. And you must stay away from Jessica Ratcliffe. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your bond?
Hold on, Joe. I think you're getting the people mixed up.
What did you say your name was?
Jermaine Prince Jr.
Oh, you said Prince. I'm sorry. I thought you said prayer. Mr. Prince, Jermaine Prince, you're charged with criminal trespass, and that bond is set at $2,000. And you must not return, you may not return to 1591 Phoenix Boulevard in College Park, Georgia. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges against you?
No, there's no way I can get an OR bond.
Y'all time together? Right. I didn't see it up there. Did she go? Yeah, she go. Unless she put it up there. Paper they had. Either there or here. Oh.
All right, so, Mr. Prince, it appears that, this is your first offense. So, you will be released today. But your bond is set at $2,000, but you will be released today, okay?
Okay. And when is the bond due?
I'm giving you a signature bond, but if you forfeit or you don't come to court, your bond, you will have to pay that $2,000.
Okay.
All righty, good luck to you, sir.
And when is my court date?
Right. We don't have one at this point.
Okay.
Well, I did put you down. Wait, let me make sure. Hold on. I didn't give you one, so I'm gonna put you down for August 29th. No, go ahead and sign a waiver, sir.
A waiver?
Yes. Yeah, because I'm gonna give him a OR, so just go ahead and let him sign a waiver.
Okay.
All righty, good luck to you, sir. All right, state your name.
Last name Friyay.
All right, Mr. Prayer, you are charged with simple battery. That bond is set at 5,000. False imprisonment. That bond is set at 10,000 for a total bond of $15,000. And you may not have any contact with Jessica Ratliff, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your charge?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing is August 28th, and I have appointed an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir.
Over 2,000. I'm gonna check you back. Next man, thanks, man.
State your name.
Danielle Scott.
All right, Mr. Scott, you are charged with battery, family violence, and that bond is set at $5,000. And you must stay away from Anthony Khalid, and you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. You wish to waive your preliminary hearing.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You're able to bond out? You're able to bond out?
Not right
Okay.
now.
All right, I'm going to set your preliminary hearing for August 29th at 8:30 a.m.
No, it's my heart.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, Eric Shaw.
Mr. Shaw, you're charged with no tag 500, no tail lights 500, no insurance 1,000, and no license 500 for a total bond of $2,500.
Just at the time to speak on this charge.
I'm sorry? No, it's not the time. I'm just here to inform you of your charges. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, I just was like, I'm not from here. I'm only being out here for a week. I'm down at work. So I just moved and I get my first check Friday from Kansas City, Missouri. And I'm just trying to see if I can get an OR bond so I don't miss work and I don't have to move away from Georgia because I'm really trying to start my new life here. But I haven't got my first check yet. The post bond if you get it. I get it Friday. If I'm in jail, I can't cash it.
Friday is the new Monday, folks. Can somebody type Monday in the chat?
We know.
So
I cannot grant
anybody.
OR bond. So for the record, we do not set OR bonds for individuals that have criminal histories. So that's the general rule. So I cannot set a bond for you, but your bond is $2,500. But I have appointed an attorney to you so that maybe you guys can work something out with the state. All right, good luck to you, sir.
A date or something?
August 29th at 8:30 a.m.
So how much?
Miss Melanie.
Your
appreciate
total
it.
bond, hold on, is $2,000. So it's 500 for the for the tag, 500 no tag, expired tag is number one. The second one is no tail lights, 500, no insurance, 500, and no license, 500, for a total bond of 2,000. All righty, good luck to you, sir. What's your name, sir?
So y'all want to go in Singfield, Singfield, Sangfield.
All right, Mr. Singfield, I have dismissed your charge. You will be released today.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All righty, good luck to you, sir.
Treadwell, Tyrese.
We just get a big D? We got a fucking big D. Holy shit. That often happens when you get a big D from a lady that you're not expecting it. Thank you, ma'am. She's just like,
oh, I hear my face. Okay. You are charged with criminal trespass. That bond is set at 1,000. Obstruction, that bond is set at 2,000 for a total bond of $3,000. And you may not return to 1591 Phoenix Boulevard. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. I have appointed an attorney to you. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? Okay, I'm gonna set that down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m. Good luck to you, sir.
rumor, Melanie, is it in the chat?
TV Thurman.
Type it again, I'll read it again.
All right, Mr.
And I'll know
Thurman.
it's true.
How are you?
Good. Thurman, you're charged with theft by receiving stolen property. That bond is set at 5,000, loitering 1,000 for a total bond of $6,000. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, I want to come to court.
Okay, so I'm gonna set that down for August the 29th at 8:30 a.m. But if you bond out, that is going to be dismissed.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry, waived. I don't want to confuse you with that word.
Can I ask you a question? What is it 12%?
The bond is generally 15% of your bond amount. The amount needed.
Total is 6,000, correct?
It's a total of 6,000, yes, sir.
Thank you.
It's 15% of 15% of 6,000. Normally.
You ready?
All right, good luck to you, sir. August 29th.
Ninth. All right. Hello, I'm Hakeem Wilson.
What's your name?
Hakeem Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson. You are charged with no license. That bond is set at 1,000. Speeding, that bond is set at 1,500 for a total bond of 2,500. And you must not violate any laws while you're out on bond.
Somebody said they gave me an OR bond last night. How that work?
No, I'm not sure who's telling you guys that or if it's even said to you, but no, the judge makes the determination what your bond is set at.
Okay. So altogether is how much?
Wait, hold on 1 second.
2,000.
It's 2,000, right?
Hold on 1 second.
She checking her math. Also, you guys like my new lips? First of all, it's held up pretty good for 3.5 hours.
hear it.
Right.
You know? Yeah, clerks they gotta stop the clerks from saying that.
Yeah, Mr. Coon, no, you're not entitled to a,
NX3.
insurance.
Oh, yeah, NX3 been done.
And so your bond is set at $2,500. Would you like me to set your preliminary hearing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna set you down for August 29th at 8:30 a.m.
Something.
Good luck to you, sir. And I have appointed an attorney to you.
Sheena, the time Pacific is 9:06. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Sorry.
He said he likes knowing.
Winston Christopher. How are you today?
I'm well. Hold on one moment.
Hello, Christopher. We're pretty well too. It's Friday still for some of us. Some of us now.
All righty. So Mr. Winston, you are charged with aggravated assault. That bond is set at 15,000. Criminal trespass, that bond is set at 2,000. I dismissed the simple assault, which is warrant 3704. The sexual battery, that bond is set at 5,000. You have another sexual assault, which is warrant number 3409. I have also dismissed that warrant, so I dismissed 2 of your charges. Your bond at this point is $22,000, and you must stay away from Amber Gray, Ashley Gray, and Tampa Simmons, and you may not return to 235 Independence Drive in Jonesboro. Do you understand the charges and the special conditions of your bond?
Wow, we've come right up against my line. It's not funny. I was like, oh, I'm all for dismissing charges when the paperwork's not correct, but what the motherfuck? I don't know who fucked up on the sexual assault charge, but y'all gotta be checking that shit if you submit in the paperwork. Why is she dismissing it and there's not even this big fanfare? I'm a little concerned. Dismissal Dan, I believe in him. For some reason, I trust him. I trust that he reads every little bit. You know? Also, Sashina, get some sleep. You have a long weekend ahead of you to recuperate before you have to deal with your glorious, glorious children. Also, thank you, Jonathan. What a great reminder. Just because it's dismissed doesn't mean it won't come back. Thank you for Sashina. Thank you again so much. I'm a little thrown off by this lady because she's not really explaining a lot about the dismissals. She's not really talking about that. And I'm just like, you know, can I save some of the big D for you next Friday? Ugh, T-Rex. I didn't even dig for this big D. This is a little d because there's still 2 charges that are sticking here, right? How prissy! Yeah, we're still here, you know. Also, people were like, where is KCC? Where is she gone? I live in Canada, okay? We have fucking mandatory breaks. I'm not gonna be fucking working 3 hours straight without a break. You shitting me? No. I value myself. Value. Okay. Unless people pay me overtime, I think y'all understand. Please make sure that you've liked the video if you've just gotten here. It is a no, Prissy, I have to point out, I just like gave myself a little pat on the back earlier today. I've streamed almost every day in August, and I'm aiming for a solid September, let's call it. Solid September with a full stream every day in September. We'll see how that goes. And I know some of that is coming to you guys live from Florida, down in Orlando, where I will be spending a pretty good amount of time learning and becoming immersed in some Florida activity and just vacay KCC. You know how it goes? Um, you'd like royalty clips of clowns juggling during intermissions. Okay, Jonathan, that's a fair request. I think that's pretty good request actually. Royalty free is such a funny term because is it? Is it? You know what I was thinking about today? Should we re-watch some of my early streams that we've all been doing together? Thank you, Prissy. I'm glad to hear that. I know a lot of people lurk. I appreciate the lurking. I didn't want to have to say it, but like I do need like watch hours. So if you wanted to like watch my like 9-hour stream or whatever, public domain silent film stuff, Jonathan. Yes, I'm into that 100%. So part of why I'm going to Florida is to be on an actual like work trip. I know it's like, what? Florida? Why? Well, because I have ADHD, so I need a lot of flashing lights, crazy weather, possible life-threatening instances, all that kind of stuff. So, US dollars. Yeah, I need US dollars too. That's the truth of that matter. But, anyways, well, let's continue watching. Are we almost done? We're almost done. We are almost done. We've almost been going 4 hours. We are going to be done for the evening. I appreciate you guys being here. We will be back on tomorrow. Like I said, solid September. This is how I did it on the first channel. I just kept going and really buckled down, and I'm going to do that again. And I'll remind you guys to remind people. Also, I posted it on the new channel today, or the old channel. Anyways, you guys, let's finish this off. We'll see where we get. I love you all. You know that. That's the beauty of this relationship. You know I love you, and I know you love me. I know you love me because you tolerate my singing. And the way I can't make the YouTube play.
I have one question about the special condition.
Uh-huh.
I live at 235 Independence Drive, and Tampa, Ashley, and Amber were only there, but I have one question about the special condition.
Uh-huh.
I live at 235 Independence Drive, and Tampa, Ashley, and Amber were only there because they were evicted from the hotel that they were staying in. So I allowed them, along with the newborn baby, to stay with me for 3 months, no rent free, until they got their lives together. And now we're at 11 months later. So, and they have no jobs, no anything. So if I leave, I live there, they don't, I guess.
Well, legally they do, because they've been residing with you.
Okay.
And I know no good deed goes unpunished, is what they say. So you're gonna have to go through the eviction process, unfortunately.
That's done through the courts. Is that
The sheriff's office.
the sheriff's
Right.
office?
Yes. So in the meantime, you can't go back to that location where all this happened. But you're gonna have to, because you're gonna have to go ahead and get them evicted. I have appointed an attorney to you, so maybe he can assist you with moving forward, all right?
Thank you so much.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Judge, I have a question, Judge, the Deputy Peterson.
Hey.
The waiver for the prelims, I want to make sure I have the names right for that. John Adams.
Well, what are you asking me? What do you want to know? The prelim
We
date?
have waivers for preliminary hearings. I
Oh,
want
the
to make.
waivers.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know, hold on, let me. Okay, you have Adams, right?
Barry. Aaron Barry.
Aaron Barry, I don't have, wait a minute, let me make sure.
We have two that refused to sign them, but they asked for the waivers.
Yeah, Aaron Barry, I have him, I don't have him as waived.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What, DeMarcus Harris?
And Marcus Harris. I have him as waived.
Okay, he refused to sign it.
All right, so let me go ahead and give him a court date. This is a misdemeanor. All right, I'm gonna set him down for August 29th at 8:30.
Jermaine Prince.
August 29th. And Jermaine Prince.
Therefore, I only have two. That's Adams and Prince.
Oh, yeah, Prince was a waiver, yes. Mr. Prince was a waiver. Did you have? No, okay, Epps was not a waiver. Okay, that should be only two, yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
All right, you as well.
All righty.
You coming tomorrow?
I mean, not tomorrow, I'm sorry. The next judge will see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, yes, that is the truth. The next judge will see you tomorrow. It's not our time to watch that. We've already done now 4 hours court, which, well, almost 4 hours. By the time I get done pontificating, being verbose, I don't know what do you call it. But here's what I'm going to say. Oh, fucking listen to me, computer. Just shut up. That's what I'm going to say. Like, for once, if you could just do me a solid and not play, be fucking fabulous. The odds of that happening are very slim at this point, folks. Okay. It's September. We're going to do great in September in all of our endeavors. That includes you at home, me at my home, you at your home, wherever we may be. We're going to do great. Don't you see? Seriously, I appreciate every one of you for being here. I hope you've had a wonderful evening. The numbers have fluctuated, but I hope that you've hit that like button because it's a great free way that you can help me out. I also would implore you to check out the link tree that is linked in the chat. It has links to all of my social stuff and also the adults only version at the very bottom where you can indeed support me if you're into seeing me naked or not. That's where you can help me out. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow. We have some fun things planned. And remember that I love you and I'm proud of you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Less than 3 weeks to Florida. Baby.